काम लोगों को अच्छा लगा तो कोई भी कांड होता है इस्कॉन में डाल देते हैं इन्वेस्टिगेशन। तो ये बोल रहे थे पूरा लाइफ इन्वेस्टिगेशन में जा रहा है। लास्ट में कृष्णा इन्वेस्टिगेट करेंगे कि मैं क्या किया।
हिंदी इन्वेस्टिगेशन चलेगा। नहीं नहीं ठीक है।
So he was expressing, asking me, tell you he's feeling bad that he really wants to.
Yes, yes.
तो सारे बिग नेम्स आ जाते हैं सुबह सुबह 8 बजे में।
अच्छा।
He is the secretary of all the investigations.
Okay, okay. I should remove that. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेव श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome to all of you for today's session. So today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavata 5th canto 9th chapter. So text 16 onwards. In yesterday's class we discussed so we were discussing that Bharata Jada Bharata, he was very nicely decorated. There is a thieves leader, Rushalapati. He want to get a son. So for that he want to give Narabali, sacrificing him for Kali. So they found one person, but somehow he escaped. Then that leader ordered his servants to find some other one. Then finally they found Bharata, Jada Bharata. He was sitting on a highest place to secure the fields from jackals and so on. So in the night time, he was giving the protection for the fields. So they saw these followers of that thieves leader. They saw and they took him and they bathed him nicely and they decorated as per their vidhi, their speculated vidhi to give bali to Kali, and they fed. Then after that they started. So they started worshipping so Mother Kali in various ways, and after that what happened actually. So that we have to continue. 16 sloka 5.9.16. अतावृषल राजपणिः पुरुष पशोर असृगावसवेन देवीं भद्रकालीं यक्षमानस्तभिम तद अभिमन्त्रितम् असि मति कराल निशितं Upadade. At this time, one of the thieves, acting as thief priest, was ready to offer the blood of Jada Bharata, whom they imagined to be an animal man, the goddess of Kali, to drink as a liquor. He therefore took up a very fearsome sword, which was very sharpened, consecrating it by the mantra of Bhadrakali. He raised it to Kali, he raised it to kill Jada Bharata. So one person came forward to give bali. इधर रखेंगे चले इति तेषां वृषलानां रजस्तमप्रकृतीनां धन मद रज उत्सिक्तमनसां भगवत् कलावीरकुलं कदर्ति कृत्योत्पथेन स्वैरं विहरतां हिंसाविहाराणां कर्मातिदारुणं यद् ब्रह्मभूतस्य साक्षात् ब्रह्मर्षिसुतस्य निर्वैरस्य सर्वभूतसुहृदः सूनायां सूनायाम् अपि अननुमत अननुमतमालम्बनं तद् उपलभ्य ब्रह्मतेज सा अति दुर्विषहेण दन्दह्यमानेन वपुषा सहसोच्चाचाट सैव देवी भद्रकाली. And what happened? All the rogues and thieves who had made arrangements for the worship of goddess Kali were low-minded and bound to the modes of passion and ignorance. They were overpowered by the desire to become very rich. Therefore, they had the audacity to disobey the injunctions of the Vedas. So much so that they were prepared to kill Jada, a self-realized soul born in a Brahmana family. Due to their envy, these dacoits brought him before the goddess Kali for sacrifice. Such a people are always addicted to envious activities, and therefore they dared to try to kill Jada. Jada was the best friend of all living entities. He was no one's enemy, and he was always absorbed in meditation on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was born of a good Brahmana father, and killing him was forbidden, even though he might have been an enemy or aggressive person. In any case, there was no reason to kill Jada. And the goddess Kali couldn't bear this. She could immediately understand that these sinful dacoits were about to kill a great devotee of the Lord. Suddenly, the deity's body burst asunder, and the goddess Kali personally emerged from it in a body burning with an intense and intolerable effulgence. So, this is so here we are seeing so Mother Kali, she was not able to tolerate so such a pure devotee of the Lord being killed. And he is from a Brahmana family, and he is very so nice person. Such a person should not be killed. So that's why from that deity of Kali, she came out. She came out from the second. Pratimam vitva bahir nirjagama yatva saiva pratima rupa devya eva uchchachata. Bharata tejasa chinna bhinna bahupa. Natu tadiyasina Bharatas chinno babuva ityeva karartho vyakta. Sunayam apat sunayam apat kale Swarakshanaartham anugnatayam api himsayam ananugnatam. Actually, she came out with a terrible face and so on, so that is explained in the next sloka. Brahma Tejasi Adidurvishehena. It means Brahmana being killed. This cannot be accepted. According to the Vedic injunctions, only an aggressor can be killed. If a person comes with an intent to kill, one can immediately take action and kill in self-defense. It is also stated that one can be killed if he comes to set fire to the home or to pollute or kidnap one's wife. Lord Ramchandra killed the entire family of Ravana because Ravana kidnapped his wife Sita Devi. However, killing is not sanctioned in Shastras for other purposes. The killing of animals in sacrifice to the demigods who are expansions of Supreme Personality of Godhead is sanctioned for those who eat meat. This is a kind of restriction for meat eating. In other words, the slaughterhouse of animals is also restricted by certain rules and regulations in the Vedas. Considering these points, there was no reason to kill Jada Bharata. Prabhupada already said in the previous purpose, this offering Narabali is a manufactured thing by these thieves. Yeah. It's not a system actually. And that too, so such a Brahmana being killed is not at all accepted. The Vedas didn't at all sanction the killing of Jada by rogues and thieves. Consequently, the goddess Bhadrakali emerged from the deity to give protection to the Lord's devotee. Srila Vishwanath Chakra Thakur explains that due to the Brahman effulgence of such a devotee as Jada the deity was fractured. Only thieves and rogues in the modes of passion and ignorance and maddened by material opulence offer a man in sacrifice before the goddess Kali. This is not sanctioned by the Vedic injunctions. Presently, there are many, especially Bengal is famous for this Tantra Vidya actually, Tamasika Tantra. Presently, there are many hundreds and thousands of slaughterhouses throughout the world that are maintained by a puffed up population mad for material opulence. Such activities are never supported by Bhagavad school. So actually meat eating is not like in this way meat eating slaughterhouse. If some Kshatriyas they want, they can go to the forest and kill the animals and eat. But not the way the slaughterhouses systematically. So Prabhupada mentions again and again. So meat eating is a certain situations it is allowed. It's not that meat eating should not be done, but in generally it is not. In generally, and also for everyone. In generally. So next, Brushamamarsha Roshavesha Rabhasa Velasita Prukutya Vitapa Kutila Dramstraru Rurekshataupati Bhayanaka Hantu Kame Vedam Mahattahasam Ati Samrambhena Vimunchati Tata Utpatya Papiyasam Dushtanam Tene Vasina विवृक्णशीर्ष्णां गलत्स्रवन्तम् अश्रुगासवमत्युष्णं सह गणेन निपीयातिपान मदविह्वलोच्चैः स्तरां स्वपार्षदैः सह जगौ ननर्त च विजहार च शिरः कन्दुकलीलया. Intolerant of the offenses committed, the infuriated goddess Kali flushed her eyes and displayed her fierce curved teeth. Her reddish eyes glowed, and she displayed her fearsome features. She assumed a frightening body, and if she were prepared to destroy the entire creation, leaping violently from the altar, she immediately decap- decapitated all the rogues and thieves with the very sword with which they had intended to kill Jada Bharata. Same, so sword she took, and she then began to drink the hot blood that flowed from the necks of the beheaded rogues and thieves, as if this blood was were liquor. Indeed, she drank this intoxicant with her associates, who were witches and female demons. Becoming intoxicated with this blood, they all began to sing very loudly and dance as they prepared to annihilate the entire universe. It's looking like a movie actually. In movies also, same scenes they will keep. Yeah, yeah. So these thieves and all, they catching the hero and they try to kill and after something. At the same time, they began to play with the heads of the rogues and thieves, tossing them about as if they were balls. It is evident from this verse that the devotees of Goddess Kali are not at all favored by her. It is Goddess Kali's work to kill and punish the demons. Goddess Kali engages in dissipating many demons, dacoits, and other unwanted elements in society. Neglecting Krishna conscious, foolish people try to satisfy the goddess by offering her many abominable things, but ultimately, when there is a little discrepancy in this worship, the goddess punishes the worshipper by taking his life. Demonic people worship goddess Kali to obtain some material benefit, but they are not excused of the sins performed in the name of worship. To sacrifice a man or animal before the deity is especially forbidden. एवमेवा खलु महदा विचारातिक्रमः कार्ष्णेनात्मने फलति. Yeah. So, she is Durga Vaishnavi. So this is having various manifestations. So Durga, she is having the various other forms. So like they are operating the mode of ignorance, tamoguna. So they can be in contact with tamoguna. So doing the activities in that guna can happen. Like in the Lord Shiva's case. Shiva's case also, so he is Ishvara Tattva, but Maya Sparsha Sahita Ishvara Tattva. So he can also get, when he forgets that he is Ishvara, Ananasandhanam, then what will happen? So he will be in touch with the Maya, and for a while there is a possibility of being captivated by that tamoguna, and they do the activities like that. But when they are purely devotees, then this will not happen. So devotion and swamshas, they are only protected actually. But it's not necessary that all the time Shiva should be a pure devotee of the Lord. And also, goddess of Kali also can be come in contact with modes actually. They can act like that. So that possibility is there. Until unless not if they are not pure devotees, nobody can be saved actually. So this is the thing actually. This can happen. So even Shiva also get attracted for the things that he can get attracted. If provided he is not a pure devotee of the Lord. It's not necessary that all the time Shiva and Brahma should be the devotees. Like that. Rudra. When an envious person commits an offense before a great personality, he is always punished in the way mentioned above. So, evameva kalu mahadavicharatikramah karsnena atmane phalati.
In general, the sacrifices which are done in does she accept or these associates that?
Sacrifices she accepts and she will give to associates also.
In this case, she actually done.
Yeah. She also accepts and she gives to others also.
Every time she because the Kali worship procedure also there's no
Kali worship.
There must be some procedure to offer.
Yes.
All that also people are not offering. So when demigods don't accept anything when not done procedure. My guess was that this should not accept.
These days, maybe. Actually, Kali Yuga also yajnas and all these things not up to standard actually. That's why they are all demigods. They are not happy. They always make the Adi Daivika glaciers. They give so much, too much heat, no proper time, rains in proper time. All these things they create actually because they are not happy with this Kali Yuga people. And at least something is nicely going because of devotees' presence only. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Next, last one. Nava etad Vishnudatta mahadadbhutam yad asambramah swashiraschedana apatitepi vimukta tehadyatma bhavasudruda hridaya granthinam sarva sattva suhrudatmanam nirvairanam sakshat bhagavata nimishari वरायुधेनाप्रमत्तेन तैः भावैः परिरक्ष्यमाणानां तत्पादमूलम् अकुतश्चित् भयम् उपसृतानां भागवत परमहंसानाम्. Sukadeva Goswami then said to Maharaj Parikshit, O Vishnu Datta, those who already know that the soul is separate from the body, who are liberated from the invincible knot in the heart, who are always engaged in the welfare activities for all living entities, and who never contemplate harming anyone are always protected by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who carries his disc, Sudarshan, and acts as supreme time to kill the demons and protect his devotees. The devotees always take shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. Therefore, at all times, even if threatened by decapitation, they remain unhesitated. For them, this is not at all wonderful. This is Dhruva Shraddha actually. Those who have unflinching faith so on Lord, that means Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Yejanaha Paripashante Tesham Nityaviyuktana Yogakshemam Vahamyam. So they are very much fixed in their devotion and their faith. Their faith cannot, that means, hesitate. So that's why when Marana Sankata comes, sometimes devotee may ask to save and sometimes may not ask also. Not necessary that every time devotee should ask. So, but Lord will take care of that. Even if they ask, there is not a going to break the Anyabhilashita Sunyam. Parikshit vimukta dehatyatma bhava lakshana sudrudaha हृदय ग्रंथि तैहि सर्वेषां सत्त्वानां स्वहंतॄणाम् अपि सुहृत् स्वरूपाणां न विद्यते निमेषम् अनवधानं यस्य तादृश भक्तवात्सल्य शिष्टपालन तुष्ट निग्रहाद्यैः. So Lord is having the affection for his devotees. Bhakta Vatsalyata. Bhakta Vatsalya Sishta Palana Dusta Nigrahai. So Taihi said, no, actually. Taihi Bhavaihi. So Lord is having what Bhava? Bhakta Vatsalya Bhava and Sishta Rakshana and Dusta Sikshana. Because of these things, so Lord always protect his devotees. There are some of the great qualities of a pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. First, a devotee is firmly convinced of his spiritual identity. So, how to develop Dharashraddha? So, one should be firmly convinced of his spiritual identity. That means I am servant of the Lord. I am not this body, and this soul is part and parcel of the Lord. Constitutionally, this is meant for serving the Lord. So, in this identity, they are firmly convinced. So, that is the purpose of studying Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So, we are fixing ourselves in our identity. First, a devotee is firmly convinced of his spiritual identity. So, that's why one should study Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam so deeply to understand this. What is the purpose of studying the analytical study, that is, studying Sankhya philosophy? First of all, to know that we are not body, we are soul. On top of that, we study further in Shastra. So this soul is also belongs to Lord. And that's why it is meant for only serving the Lord without any reason. Without any, there is no reason to say why Jivatma should serve Lord. Because there is no because that is a constitutional activity. Serving Lord for Jivatma is a constitutional activity. Like why one is working, serving in the office to get money. That means Phalanusandhana is there. That means to get this, so we should do that activity. But in the case of Jivatma, it should worship Lord. Then what is the purpose? To get pleasure? Can you say like that? Jivatma should serve the Lord so that Jivatma will get pleasure. This is right? What is the problem in this? So if Jivatma thinks that if I serve Lord, then I will get pleasure. This consciousness is right? No. Then why it has to serve? It is there to give pleasure to the Lord. Then what it is going to get? It can think that it can get pleasure. It cannot think. It automatically can. That means then why it has to do only to please the Lord. It is doing so. Is there any phala anusandhana? So by doing that, it should think that I can get this. Can it think? No. Why? So because it is constitutionally meant for that only. That only. So that's why anya vilashas ahaituki aprathyata. There is no hetu. Why you have to serve the Lord? So why you have to give pleasure to the Lord? Serving Lord means pleasure, giving pleasure to the Lord. Why we have to give pleasure to the Lord? What is the hetu? No hetu. That is the constitutional position. Meaning, since constitutionally we have to do that only. There is no other job actually. So that's why ahaituki. Phalanusandhana rahita. So, but you give pleasure to a shopkeeper give pleasure to the customers. Similarly, so like that. So various people give pleasure to others because of some other reason. But some result they are going to get. nicely. That means if you go to a shop, their workers, they are trying to give pleasure to you because they are going to get salary. So they think that. But Jivatma can think that I can serve the Lord so that I can also get happiness. Then this is not right. This is artificial for Jivatma, thinking like that. So that's why, but what is the reciprocation for this from the Lord? He always thinks that how to give pleasure to his devotees, those who have no interest of their own pleasure. This is a love game. So Lord also thinks that why they have to give pleasure to? I should give pleasure to them. And devotee thinks that why I have to get pleasure? I can take any risk and any trouble, and but I should give pleasure to Lord. Then who is going to win? Nobody wins. Always competition. Continuous competition lead to the extreme pleasure. This is known as bhakti actually. So this position, this thing we should understand. So one firmly, so no doubt should be there. Such an extent one should hear Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam deeply. One should not have any kind of doubt on this. When we have enviousness in our heart, we can't accept this immediately. So that enviousness need to the why. Who said that I am servant of the Lord? What is the proof? So many things comes. So then keep on serving the devotees and keep on hearing. Then one day we're firmly situated in that. We'll be. He never identifies with the body. He is firmly means Drashata. Always firmly, you should always remember. Prabhupada purports all are in that thing only. He is firmly convinced that the spirit soul is different from the body. Consequently, he fears nothing. Then what will happen? So I said, Jivatma get always fear because of what is the reason for getting fear? Bhayam dittiya abhiniveshitasya. Ishadapetas bhayam. Why bhayam? Dittiya abhiniveshita. Because of entering into the dualities. Why it is entering into the dualities? Since it is identifying himself as body. Why it is identifying it as body? Since it is forgetting himself. Why it is forgetting himself? Because of avidya. Why avidya is attacking this? Because it turned towards the Lord. What is the root? Root cause is not turning towards the Lord is the root cause. Because of that avidya covered, because of covering of avidya, jivatma forgot himself who is he. So because of forgetting himself, it is considering himself as body, and because of body, it is entering into the dualities. Since entering into the dualities, it is getting fear. This is chain. So then what is the solution? What is the root cause? Turn towards. Just turn towards. Mameva ye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. Finish. All the things are out. Just turning towards the Lord, then Maya will stop capturing that. That means no covering of avidya, not giving the any false ego, no entering of dualities, and no fear. So that's say what is the solution to get out from the fear? Just surrendering to the Lord. So that's why, so when he understands his constitutional position, he will be surrendering to the Lord. So that's why he will be he'll be fearless. He never identifies with the body. He is firmly convinced, and consequently he fears nothing. Even though his life may be threatened, he is not at all afraid. Life means what? He will always think that it's only for body. And also, that means he is not negligent of his body. He has full assurance that my Lord will come and so save this. Let me continue my service to him. That means keep on remembering and like worshipping the Lord's lotus feet. Jada Bharata all the time, what he is doing? He is always worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord in his heart. That he will keep on continuing. He never get any interruption in that. But Lord is what? Hare, My devotee's body is getting destroyed, so let me go and do save it. This is the race actually. Devotee is running towards the Lord and Lord is running towards devotee. Devotee is always busy in serving the Lord and making him happy, and Lord is always busy in protecting his devotee. This is known as bhakti. If anyone understands this deeply and put faith in this, his life is done. Firmly we should. हम लोगों को डर लगता है सच में होगा या नहीं हमारा अरेंजमेंट तो कुछ करे let us have our own arrangements. The lacking thing is what? Faith. Faith. What is our focus should be what? Developing, making faith strong. This is the goal actually.
So there is still there is a mover at the same time see or only dependency.
Only dependency. That is the level of proud Shraddha, maturity. Because they never forget that Krishna is not protecting him. But of course, they do minimal activities of eating, sleeping, all these things. Only to not to make in front of everyone bhakti so cheap. Bhakti ko parihas nahi karana chahte. This is the thing actually you are asking. So yesterday. So they can't make Bhakti Mahārāja so cheap. Because they can easily, they have such a trust, they can sit and just, so they don't do anything and she will come and feed us. Such a trust they have. But still they eat because not that every minute, everyone then simply know that, oh, Bhakti Mahārāja is coming and showing, feeding him. Then what will happen? So cheap it looks.
Sanatana Goswami says to Rahūgaṇa,
Yeah.
Radharani coming and
Yes. This is not good also. Making them to service is also one reason. And another thing, they don't want to reveal their bhakti so extent and I can do this also. They can't. That's if by showing that people may think that, oh, it's nice now. Everyone can understand bhakti and they can do bhakti. They don't do bhakti for bhakti, but they do bhakti for bhukti. and by that they will definitely get they don't get and on top of that they will leave karma actually they meant for doing karma because they don't have dृढ़ श्रद्धा. So चमत्कार से श्रद्धा आना चाहिए करके नहीं कहा गया ना. श्रद्धा मीन्स व्हाट? शास्त्रार्थ विश्वास. चमत्कार से श्रद्धा नहीं accepted है. Yes or no? श्रद्धा is not should not be developed based upon so miracles. So Bhakti Devi. Bhakti Devi. Yeah. She's also a manifestation of Lord's Sarup. Same Allah.
so the Shraddha that you said that you scripture, sometimes it may have, they may have a faith devotee.
Yes.
Is it as well as having a faith in Shraddha?
No. My brother is doing bhakti, so I like my brother, but I have faith on my brother. So let me do me also chanting. This is the conventional faith. Loka parampara jata shraddha. It lead to the Shastri Shraddha. That's good only. So conventional, because of that only people they come in the beginning.
Exactly.
So they may like such a big organization in a short span of time. This much is expanded means nice. They should be have something, some faith like that they have, some little faith. Otherwise, wow. So these IITians and big engineers they are joining. So they let me also go and see. So this is also kind of conventional faith. Their faith is not developed by deeply understanding the tattva from the, that means Bhakti tattva and Krishna tattva from the Shastra, they didn't understand deeply. So still they have faith. That faith should be turned into the Shastri Shraddha by deeply understanding scriptures. Otherwise, that faith can be broken anytime. So now his brother is stopped doing, then he will also stop actually. And his family members are doing and he stop, then he will also. And something bad he heard about this. Oh, these Indians are joining and they are just enjoying. They are having their own agendas. Then immediately they will also. So because of that faith they came, their faith is broken now, then they will leave. Yeah. And sometimes they think that, wow, such a nice organization this is. Because of organization, they have faith on organization. So that's why they joined this organization. Then after that organization is having the loopholes. Oh, this organization is bekar. So I don't want to do any work. So all these faiths are developed upon the various conventional things. Then the Shastra cannot sustain for a long time. By that time, you have to finish the job. What is that? Bringing their faith based upon Shastra. Before their conventional faith is broken, you have to apna karchip dalna hai. You have to make them Shastri said. That's why books are the basis.
His mother sent him Iskcon classes because they speak English. And when he started coming to classes, very soon he started chanting 8 rounds. Almost I sent you only to speak English, not chanting Hare Krishna. Stop that. Eventually he.
Various, they have faith on various people. That's why they take up process. But we have to take care of their Shraddha by turning it into the Shastri Shraddha. Otherwise, they will come and go. But if you develop Shastri Shraddha, they may not in the organization, or definitely they will be doing devotion somewhere else in the part of the world. So that's why we should focus on that. Firmly, they should be convinced. Such are the, he is not at all afraid. He doesn't even treat an enemy like an enemy. Such are the qualifications of devotees. So because he has full faith on the Lord, even he never treat enemy as enemy. Devotees are always fully dependent. Means what? Fully dependence means is a symptom of Darsana. You can see every purpose that only.
Treat enemy like enemy.
Because see, they have now when they advance in the devotion, so they are about to the dualities. Nobody is enemy, nobody is friend. They see everywhere Krishna. And they equally distribute their mercy to everyone. That is coming in the next sloka.
If someone is harming, we have to keep away from us. We have to be away from him.
That is that is initial level actually. Now next is coming. Bharata Mahārāja didn't give any curse or anything. He distributed his mercy to even dacoits also. He distributed his mercy to his brothers also. He distributed his mercy to Rahūgaṇa also. That's why Prabhupada is writing here. He doesn't even treat an enemy like an enemy. Example is Bharata Mahārāja. He didn't see them as enemy. Because they consciousness never come to the bodily platform, and when you consider as a body, then you will be having the enemy and friend. So when one comes situated in the body about to that, always busy in the what? In remembering Krishna actually. Always serving the Lord. So what are enemies and friends? All are taken care by Dushta Sikshana. Sister Rakshana, Dushta Sikshana is taken care by Lord himself. Whatever is needed for his devotees, he keep on continuing. Such are the qualifications of devotees. We are very far anyway. Even that you see pure devotees, they are fighting like in the case of Dhruva Maharaj. So Yakshas, he was fighting with Yakshas. Even in the case of Arjuna, he was fighting with his enemies. That is only what? What I said.
Last time.
Huh? ये तो ओल्ड आंसर है, नया आंसर बोल रहे हैं आप लोग. Arjuna is fighting with so enemies. What is this? What actually? Huh? Huh? This is what actually is a pure devotee, na? Then why he is having the enemies? Why he is fighting?
You are just told.
Huh?
You are told. So, like,
अभी भी नहीं आया, मजा नहीं आया. मजेदार आंसर अभी निकला नहीं. Very good. That's all. Pure devotee doing karma and acting on the bodily platform and making enemies and friends means it is simply set an example. That's all. For pure devotee, is there any need of following dharma?
No.
That's the answer is wrong actually. Krishna said that's why. So he is doing means Krishna said dharma. That's why for everyone Krishna said. It's not that the Arjuna only. Because for Brahmanas he said, Kshatriyas he said, Vaishyas he said, Shudras also he said it to everyone to do their dharma. So if you say this is the reason, that's why he fought means, so that means he is in the bodily platform. That means he is identifying himself as Kshatriya and he is doing that activity. That cannot be answered. That is the lower consciousness actually. So since Krishna said that's why I am doing this, not his consciousness. Till now we are saying this. This you can say to the whom? To those who didn't get the pure devotion. Qualification for pure devotion. So Krishna said to do dharma, you are now Brahmana, so that's why you should also do Brahmana like Arjuna. But when you come to the higher consciousness, when you are analyzing, Arjuna is pure devotee and still he is doing the dharma, then you can't say that Krishna said that's why he did. You should say that to set an example to the society. You can't say that for Krishna's pleasure. By doing, and you can't give the example of Samsiddhi Haridoshanam. That is for whom? So doing their duty and using that result of duty to pleasing the Lord. That is karmarpanam actually. You can't impose the consciousness of karmarpanam on pure devotee. You're understanding what mistake is happening? Is it clear?
So Maharaj fighting with Yaksa was not a good example.
Huh?
Maharaj was fighting with Yaksa was not a.
No, how to he had to and brother is harm.
I mean, anger was more, killed more of Yaksa than he displayed the anger over the.
वो क्षत्रिय का जब शुरू होते तो ऐसे ही होता है actually. So that is not going to touch his pure devotion. Prabhupada writes, Dhruva Maharaj, every minute he is in Krishna consciousness. So that's not.
Not for pleasing Krishna.
No, not for pleasing. That means now they don't think that I am doing my Varna activity and this is going to please the Lord. That means if you think like that, what is happening?
No, we are expecting something.
No. What point of the pure devotion is breaking here? That means I am Kshatriya and I should do this activity since Lord is said Kshatriya to do fight. So this is going to please him. Karma avrutam is happening. You're not understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Karma avrutam is happening. That means he is coming down to the platform of, that means Kshatriya. I am Kshatriya. To me, being Kshatriya, to me, Lord told to fight, and I do that for his pleasing. Upadhi, you are removed, and once again you are keeping Upadhi for him. It's down actually. Consciousness is going down. So it should be very subtle actually.
The answer for Dhruva's example is also second example.
So Dhruva's whole, otherwise he is ready to go back actually. When he saw the Lord, he didn't want actually, I don't want anything. But still Lord gave just to be in this. But at that time, why, how he is, we didn't forget for a moment. So that's why Dhruva case, Prithu case, and Bharat Maharaj case. They're always in what? Pure devotion. And what is their consciousness about the karma? Set an example and how they are relieved from that karma. Kartrutvam and Falabhoktrutvam.
Seeing the creator in creation.
Seeing the creator in the creation, and also Kartrutvam also. Sakshat Kartari. Who is the Sakshat Karta? Krishna is Sakshat Karta. We are not. And also Phala, what they are doing? Are they expecting anything? No, they are completely leaving to the Lord. Apurvam.
We understand the anger of same item. It's answer to this question.
Being a Kshatriya, that is the duty of Kshatriya to show anger.
When
No. He is acting like that. That modes are acting in the modes. That's all. He will never. He's in the pure devotional. His pure devotion is continuous. Na? So if he stopped his remembering Lord and if he went to the mode of anger and he identified himself with the angry Kshatriya, then it is gone. Then it is gone means then his bhakti is covered with karma. Yes. Yeah. So these are all actually how to respect elders. So in this way, you have to, otherwise, if you bring down to the pure devotee, he got anger and he now in the Kshatriya platform, then it's, what is the state of the pure devotion then? You should clearly separate. So Prithu's case also you can take. So then the okay, such are the qualifications of devotee. Devotees are always fully dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Lord is always eager to give them all protection. Devotee always run behind the Lord to give pleasure to him, and Lord always run behind the devotee to give protection to him. This is race actually. Then the Bhakti and the purports of 5th canto 9th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavata entitled The Supreme Character of Jada Bharat. So we have many slokas, 25 letters. Sri Sukavacha Ata Sindhu Sauvirapate Rahuganasya Vrajata Ikshumatiastate Tat Kulapatina Sibikavaha Purushanveshana Samaye Daivenopasaditaha Sadijavara Upalabda Esha Piva Yuva Samhananango Gokara Vad Dhuram Vodum Alam iti purva vishti gruhitaihi saha gruhitaha prasabha matadarha uvaha sibikamsa mahanubhavaha. Sukadeva Goswami continued, my dear king, after this king Rahūgaṇa, ruler of the states known as Sindhu and Sauvira, was going to Kapila asrama. Sindhu states are Gujarat on that side. Sindhu and Sauvira states. And from there, he was going to Kapila ashram, where it is. That west to they are traveling, he is traveling towards east. So where is Kapila ashram? Ganga Sagar. Yeah, Kapila ashram. There he is going. When king's chief palanquin carriers reached the bank of the river Ikshumati, what is Ikshumati river? Where? I don't know. Maybe in between it comes. They needed another carrier. They got tired actually, someone. Therefore, they began searching for someone. And by chance, they came upon Jada Bharata. Wow, very strong person is sitting there. They consider the fact that Jada Bharata was very young and strong and had firm limbs. Now he is also some having decoration, nice clothes. Tilak is also there. Because all these dacoits, they decorated him, na? So, no, just Bharat immediate. Like cows and asses, he was quite fit to carry loads. Thinking in this way, although the great soul Jada Bharata was unfit for such work, they nonetheless unhesitatingly forced him to carry the offering. So, why this story, Rahugana story, is started here? So, this is given in the first sloka, commentary by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He's saying that, and in this Rahugana's this incident, till the time he was closed his mouth, Jada in his life, first time he is opening, and he's going to show his Bhakti Jnanam. He was with his brothers, and he was with the dacoits, and he was with the neighbors and his brothers. At that time, he didn't speak to anyone. Why he spoke to only Rahugana? What is the reason actually? That means they were neglected, like that we should take. No. What is the reason? Can anyone guess? Huh? Huh? Shrestha, yes.
Understanding skill from devotee.
Hey, preacher. Preacher thinking is like this. Preacher.
He was going to give us. Rahūgaṇa was qualified.
In what way?
Inquisitive. Wanted to know jnana.
Very good.
So, like, also he must have been in.
Yes, that is the answer. Jada Bharata gave mercy to everyone actually. But why only he showed his Bhakti Jnanam to Rahugana? Because Rahugana is in mode of goodness. So that he prakasha, that means his Bhakti Jnana prakash. He gave to that prakash to whom? To the Rahugana who is in the mode of goodness. People who are in the mode of goodness, they only can catch this. What about his brothers? Their karma kandis. Karma kandis means they are fully inflicted with which guna? Passion. Because karma kanda, there is results. They are attracted towards the results. And that's why they do passionately such a big, huge yagas. Agnihotra, we were hearing, na? What are the different? Darsha, Purnamasa, Pashu. Like this various big yagas they do for getting the result. So that's why they should have passion. His brothers were in passion. They are karmis. Karmis means in the passion. So for them also he gave krpa. Because he gave that many days his darshan to them. It itself is a krpa actually. In this way he gave krpa to them also. Definitely they are going to deliver in the next lives. But he didn't give this jnana to them. Bhakti jnanam he didn't give. Why? Because they are in the passion. Eshantu antagatam papam jananam punyakam. One bhakti jnana who can understand, at least one should be in the mode of goodness. अब व्यास ignorance में रहते नींद आता है आ रहा है या नहीं? This is ignorance. So yes.
How he gave mercy to the
Dacoits. Yeah. Next is Urshulapati. means a dacoits leader. Yudrachari. So for them also he gave, even they are going to kill him, so he gave krpa to them. In what way? So he gave his darshan and also sakshat direct darshan of the Devi's darshan also. He is the cause for getting the Devi's darshan. Swadarshana, swasya devyascha sakshat darshanam. Janmantare api tan mukti karanam karayamasa. So that means in the next other in the consequent lives they got liberation actually, even dacoits also. In this way he gave kripa to them also by giving his darshan to them. Huh? Because of this kripa, then they became devotees in the next lives. Yeah. Yeah. After being killed by the Devi. So, but for them also, he didn't give any bhakti jnana. He didn't speak with them. Oh, I am this not body, I am this son, I am the servant of the Lord. He didn't speak anything to them because they are all in the mode of ignorance. Brothers are in the mode of passion, dacoits are in the mode of ignorance. But if you come to the case of Rahūgaṇa, he is a gnani actually. Rahūgaṇa gnanitva. Because he used to, why he is going to Kapila ashram? Because he wants to learn Sankhya philosophy. That means he already heard the Sankhya philosophy and he wants to learn further. That means what? Rahūgaṇa is, gnani means which mode he is in? Sattva. That's why Jada Bharata felt that for him I can give bhakti jnana. He can grasp. And that's why, so he gave, and this upakyana is started like this.
Father.
Huh?
Father.
Father is devotee already. He is devotee. उनको अभी जो फेल हो जाएगा पूरा, ज्ञान दे देंगे सब लोग पकड़ेंगे और वो डिवोटी भी है, उधर जरूरत नहीं. Okay, that's why what is the lesson here? We should be in the mode of goodness at least. Our activities as much as possible to be in the mode of goodness. We should try. If we don't try, then nothing is going to happen. We should try to change our lifestyle so that goodness will be the most of the time, goodness will be in our life. Like if you go and associate the passionate people, now there's so much competition increased in the corporate, lot of AI tools. If you are not aggressively learning these AI tools, you will out within 1-2 years. Everything will be automated. In every field now AI is entering. Wherever there is some human interference and they are doing better also. That is the thing actually. Quicker, faster and all also. Even medical field, in all fields it is entering. Even if you give the 10 times report to medical reports, scan it and feed it, it is immediately analyzing and giving the
Advertising.
yeah. It is analyzing and giving all the solution to you. Even doctor by his brain he is not able to analyze, but it is analyzing for. Even the medical and even the law field also. All the 50-20 cases, even from the beginning of constitution, whatever the case happened, everything you feed this case, immediately it will break up everything and give should be the judgment. Even the teaching also, even teacher doesn't know, but if you ask any question, it is going to teach you anything. So like this, it is going to replace everywhere, everything. Most of the jobs will be finished in coming days. Bangalore will be vacant.
How will Iskcon take advantage of this?
Only the thing is we should start communities actually, farm communities. Jobless people will be with us. It's going to happen actually very soon.
This was actually predictable.
Yeah. Everything will be digitalized, everything will be like this, and one day it will be finished out like that. You will not be having any traces also. No books, nothing will be there. All the electronic, everything in data, everything is in the electronic form. All these things are out. No trace of this civilization. What these people did in this era, nobody knows actually. Because no data, no books, nothing is there. Everything is out.
This is very, I mean, just on the other point, he is going to severe challenges on the existence of the remote civilization.
It's going to, because the device, because the grandfather of AI, what is it, Jafari? Something his name is there. Yesterday I was seeing. And he himself resigned job in Microsoft and he started promoting that what are the threats are going to come due to AI. That is his preaching now. He's a grandfather. He's considered as grandfather of AI. I forgot his name actually. My grandfather of AI, you can ask him only. Geoffrey? Hinton. Geoffrey Hinton. So you can see his history. He left the Microsoft job. Geoffrey Hinton and not what he is doing. You can ask him only. You can ask AI only. He was working in the neural networks and all those things initially. So he now left the job. Where is he? You can ask. He's giving?
What is he doing?
As AI increases, people lose purchase power. So who will buy those products over time is also a big question.
All the instability, because all human intervene as much deeply humans intervene into the prakriti flow, that much disturbance will be created. So who is the Adhyaksha to run this prakriti? Krishna is Adhyaksha. And instead of Krishna, if you try to put your finger, like mother is preparing the sabji and you put your things also, and mother is preparing and sideway you are giving namak, you think that this is also good, taste will increase and you put masalas your own way, then what will happen? That will be spoiled actually. Similarly, Lord already he is directing the prakriti what to do, and you are entering into the time also master and you are doing. Then what will happen? All the disturbance only will be created for us. Is there? Huh? What is there? You read it? Last line?
Safety of AI.
Huh?
Talking about safety, AI safety.
Safety. He is asking to get safety from the AI. What safety means? So AI is going to give a lot of problems. See, there is interview also is there. And he is now just beating his head. Why we invented this?
I mean, I think once the current civilization enters into that, there is no turning back. They will not stop anywhere except to search in the name of search, and
They go down only.
they go to such extent there is no U-turn.
Yes. But Prakriti will make U-turn because Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, they can't dominate for a long time. Maybe 150, 100 years, 200 years, maybe we may not see. So, but any one mode cannot. Even Devatas are not going to win. That's because Vishnu's role is what? Balancing these three. If Sattva increases, he will make down that also by empowering the demons. Because every Shakti belongs to him only, na? Seventh canto, first chapter, we get this. So he will, like that, he will never allow the demons to kill Devatas completely. Similarly, he will never allow Devatas to kill all the demons completely. This will be balanced actually. Three modes like that. Now Rajoguna mode is rising actually. It will be there for some time. So then after that it will go down. Then Satoguna goes. So this dancing of three modes will happen and resultant, you will see the so many changes in the society. But we should not worry about this. We want to become transcendental, beyond these three modes. So that's why our Shraddha should be always on Krishna. So that full faith we should develop. But people who are not in such a strong faith, by seeing these fluctuations, you think that he is also dancing actually. He's not able to stably he stand actually. That's why it's needed to know the role of bhakti.
What is the reason?
Huh?
What is
One more to
one more content?
sthiti. That's atra sargo visarga sthanam poshanam potaya. Sthanam means sthiti, maintenance. What you are asking?
Why one mode is prominent at one time?
This is dancing, it will happen, these modes. But he balances. That's why in the second and fifth chapter, what we studied, the nature of Prakriti is what? Changing. Changing is the nature of Prakriti, is quality of Prakriti. Prakriti mane changing hai. So you can't make Prakriti stagnant like this. By what it is changing? Because of time, Kala Shakti. Because of Kala Shakti, what happens in the Prakriti changes comes. But he always, Vishnu, what he does? अच्छा 3 घोड़ा है, एक घोड़ा एक तरफ ऐसे खींच के लेके जा रहे, तो क्या करेंगे वो? इसको खींच के इन दोनों को चलना है, इसमें ये चलना है, इसको खींच के. But you can't make these 3 horses stop actually. Stopping means like that. Freeze. No. If time is not there, if time is freezed, everything will be like this. That he never allowed.
3 balls, right?
3 horses, 3 modes. They keep on running. They don't run in equal way. Something or sometimes this is going, then there should be a maintenance. That is known as Mayadhyakshena Suyate Prakriti Sacha. This is the thing. So Sattva-guna is very important to receive the Bhakti Gnana. That's why Rahūgaṇa got Bhakti Gnana, not his brothers. People think that Bhakti means beyond the things, then why we need to be in the mode of goodness? अरे भाई भक्ति तो आया क्या आपके पास? आएगा तो तब तो बोल सकते हैं. माने you are already in the pure devotional platform, then you can say that statement. That statement can be allowed to whom? To say like that. मैं तो 3 गुणों से परे हूँ, ऐसा कौन बोल सकते हैं? Those who had already Dhrida Shraddha. Without having that, can you say like that? Can you say that there is no need of being the goodness and there is no need to, these are all material things, we should not worry about these things? Can you say? You can't say. You can't say that. So what is our qualification? If we are in the already pure devotional platform, then why you are worrying about, oh Prabhu, I am not able to do 16 rounds also. Then why you are saying this? You should do the uninterpreted sadhana. If you are already beyond the modes. You are one side saying that I am not able to do sadhana, another side you are saying that this is all material activities. This is what? Cheating.
So, being favorable, we can see it is
Yes, yes.
However, again, this also creates a conflict, contradicts the definition of what is independent of the.
Bhakti is independent, but Shraddha is developed by. Shraddha is not part of the Bhakti. Shraddha is qualification of Vyakti. You're understanding? Shraddha is part of Bhakti or not? No. Shraddha is qualification of performer. No, not qualification of Bhakti. Is a qualification of performer actually. इसलिए दृढ़ श्रद्धावान बोलते हैं. Shraddhavan mam labate. Shraddhavan. Jata Shraddha. The one who got Shraddha. So that's why, so example I give, your question is very good question. So the person who is rich, he can do yajna. So richness is a part of the yajna, or the richness is a qualification of the performer? Qualification. Can you say richness is a part of the bhakti, a part of the yajna? No, na. But the person who should be rich, so he can perform the yajna. Similarly, Shraddha is part of the bhakti, or the Shraddha is qualification of the Vyakti. Shraddha is a qualification of Vyakti, not the part of Bhakti. Bhakti means Shravanam Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archana, 24 hours direct devotion. So Shravanam Kirtanam, doing 24 hours Shravanam Kirtanam. Shraddha is not part of that, Baba. So that's why the person, if he wants to develop Dhruv Shraddha, he should be in goodness. then he can perform pure devotion. Is it clear? Where we are mixing, we are thinking that
It's also applicable for Varnashram. Why one should favorable and why should
why Varnashram is favorable? Prabhupada writes, Varnashram is a stepping stone to bhakti. Varnashrama is, one must follow Varnashram Dharma to become Vaishnava. In 1977, February 14th, type it. You can get 1977, February 14th. So he writes, so one should become a, so Varnashram must be followed to become a Vaishnava. Why? This is the reason. Vaishnava means the one who got Drashraddha. So how to get Drashraddha is part of bhakti? No, Drashraddha is the qualification of the performer. Who has Drashraddha, he only can do Anyabhilasha Sunya Jnana Karma Dhyanavrita Anukulyena Krishnanusilanam. He only can do. So that's why we should be in the mode of goodness to get the bhakti gnanam so that we can develop Drashraddha. So that we can perform pure devotion. That's why we need to have Varnashram Dharma is a must actually. तो छेद बना के अभी घड़ा को पानी जितना दूर भी जितना समय भी ले जाएंगे तो क्या होता है, टाइम वेस्ट होता है. वैसे रजो तमो गुणों की एसोसिएट होते रहते, भक्ति ज्ञान को आप सुनने के लिए समझने के लिए प्रयास करते रहते, क्या होता है, रिजल्ट नहीं आता है. रस्सी को लगा के मीन्स, सो व्हाट आई वांट टू से, try to make your activities in the mode of goodness. That is the principle. If you are in such a very heavy job which is taxing your brain and it is fully making you to the mode of passion, so competition, then leave job and small job you take up which is giving the little food and okay, Baba. Not to be in a passionate environment. Like that, you keep on. That is the mood of progress. I'm not saying that today you should leave everything. But understand what is the things required to reach the goal. And what is the process and what and where I am. Then try to accordingly change, plan it. Maybe 5 years you take, 10 years you take, 15 years you take it. But make a plan. But don't neglect the process, the system. Our ignorance should not be cause for our failure. That is the thing. Yes.
Just follow up question. Please help us understand that. You see, how do you say dependency? Dependency means that if you have this, then only you can do what. So though it is not the characteristics of Bhakti, but because we do not have that, we cannot do Bhakti. So indirectly,
so Drashraddha, that means is the resultant of Drashraddha is what? That means having such a strong faith. Having one person is having such a strong faith means what? He will be definitely having the consciousness of Anyabhilasha Sunyam. Is a bhava. Actually, Anyabhilasha Sunyam also is a mood, is a bhava. And also, since he has strong faith on the bhakti, automatically he will be having the bhava of not to making bhakti. That means dependent on karma and jnana. So you heard this first time now. This Shraddha is qualification of Bhakti. So to digest this more deeply and to understand more deeply, Shraddha and Sharanagati. Hear that series. Because अभी the point नया आने के बाद तुरंत कैसा लगता है कि ये कैसा ऐसा confusion जैसा लगता है. Then we should understand Shraddha deeply. And also I did 3 classes for this brahmacharis here only in Whitefield. If you want to in a short way love, just 3 classes I did. Whitefield. I should send all these things. I will send anyway, links. So that also you can, that 3 lectures if you hear, you will get clarity of Shraddha. Shraddha is not part of the Bhakti. So Bhakti means what? Shravanam Kirtanam. And to do that, how you should do? that should not be that should be with conscience of what you should do. Anya vilasha sunyam and jnana karma dhanavrit. With that consciousness you should do. That consciousness who can have? Those who have Drashraddha. But bhakti can be done by anyone. Even ant also can do bhakti. So Shravanam Kirtan, even ant also can do Shravanam. Even dog also can do Shravanam. But that Shravanam should be done with the consciousness of not covering with the karma and also not expecting anything. Such a consciousness. So should be done by person. So that means he should be having the Drashraddha. That means this consciousness is a resultant of Drashraddha. So that's a Drashraddha is not part of the bhakti. It's not part of Shravanam Kirtanam.
Comes by association.
Already मैं पहले दिन ही क्या स्टेप्स लेना है देखिए इधर काला कलर में 1 2 3 4 अरे तो क्वेश्चंस नहीं थोड़ा सा रुकिए नहीं तो इधर ही चैप्टर रह जाएगा मैं समय भूल जा रहा हूँ 1 ही घंटे हैं एक्चुअली 30 क्वेश्चन है 25 श्लोक है तो तब तो समझ में आ गया था हम लोगों को क्यों रहुगण को ही भक्ति ज्ञान मिला व्हाई द भक्ति ज्ञान इज गिवन टू रहुगण इज दिस इज द थिंग बट ही हैज mercy for everyone because he gave darshan to everyone he has mercy because he is a param bhagavata mahabhagavata so that's why so he is a paramahamsa and he is equal to everyone but being mahabhagavat he gave mercy to everyone in different ways. So then this king is going from Sauvira Rashtras to Bengal Rashtra, Kapila Ashram. Then what happened? Next. Yada hi dijavarasyesham matravalokanugatirna samahita purusha gatistada vishamagatam swashibikam rahugana upadharya purushanadivahata ahe odharaha साध्वतिक्रमता किमिति विषमम उह्यते यानम इति. The palanquin, however, was very erratically carried by Jada Bharata due to his sense of non-violence. As he stepped forward, he checked before him every 3 feet to see whether he was about to step on ants. Consequently, he couldn't keep pace with the other carriers. Due to this, the palanquin was shaking. And the king Rahūgaṇa immediately asked the carriers, why are you carrying this palanquin unevenly? Better carry it properly. देख देख के अरे चीटी है क्या तो ठीक है नहीं है he is seeing every ant and then he is putting step when there is no harm for any living creature so while putting his a food then only after confirmation he is putting himsa pariharartham ishumatra pradeshavalokan anantarameva after clearly seeing that there is confirmation that there is no himsa then only you put the step. Then what happened? Balance is not there. Those are all remaining, all are just Sudras. They are not having this consciousness of prani hitam. So simply they are keep on going. So that's why uneven carrying of that palanquin led to the shaking actually. So although Jada Bharata was forced to carry palanquin, he didn't give up his sympathetic feelings towards the poor ants passing on the road. A devotee of the Lord doesn't forget his devotional service and other favorable activities. Even when he is in a most distressful condition, what is that? A devotee of the Lord doesn't forget his devotional service. Not this point. And other favorable activities, that means So, and other favorable activities, even when he is in the most distressful condition. हम लोग थोड़ा सा भी आड़ सिचुएशन बन गए तो भक्ति पहले छोड़ देंगे। सबसे पहले व्हाट विल डू, इसको तो थोड़ा सा रुको, पहले ये कर दे, मेरा अपना काम करे, थोड़ा सेटल हो जाए अच्छे से, तब जाकर भक्ति करूंगा। तो इसको क्या बोलते, शुद्ध भक्ति। भक्ति करेगी, इस दृढ़ श्रद्धा। ज्ञान कर्मादि आवृत आवृत हो जाए। कर्म को पहले कर दो, उसके बाद अच्छे से सेटल हो जाएंगे तो थोड़ा आराम से जप करेंगे। डिस्ट्रेसफुल कंडीशन आते ही बस, डिस्ट्रेसफुल नहीं, कंफर्टेबल कंडीशन नहीं रहने से भी हम लोग भक्ति छोड़ देते हैं। डिस्ट्रेसफुल का बाद का बात है। डिस्ट्रेसफुल इज द नेक्स्ट थिंग एक्चुअली। इवन in distressful someone left, that is okay, he is better than the person who is living so because of not having the comfortable position.
Being in comfort.
When comforts are there, then I will do bhakti. Comfortably I am situated, then I can do bhakti nicely. तब और फिर भी बोलते हैं हम लोग भक्ति को लिए तो कोई भी तो भक्ति है, ऐसा भौतिक चीजों को हम लोग देखना नहीं चाहिए, और बोलते हैं ये तो मुंह से, लेकिन और करते नहीं है। तब तो करो तो किसी भी सिचुएशन में भक्ति। When you say, so these are all material things and this varnashrama, sattva-guna arrangement, making arrangement for sattva-guna, these are all unnecessary labor for us. Why can't we do bhakti in that time? Good, Baba. Then do that all the time. Then definitely we will say no need of this. But when you stop and say that, oh, Prabhu, it's no condition is not favorable, I can't do bhakti, then why you are saying? That means your bhakti is why it is not an uninterrupted bhakti. Then why your Shravana Kirtan is not going on all the time? So that's why we should not become a, what we say, this kind of thing is hypocrisy. Sahajayata will come actually. Very soon Sahajayata will come, artificial thing. So that's why before Vidra Shraddha, there is a need of making the atmosphere with full of goodness. That is needed actually. And also we should not over endeavor for that. Now in the present situation, how much possible you do that? But you plan it for future, at least for others. So, but yes, Jada Bharata was qualified. Brahmana, highly elevated in spiritual knowledge, yet he was forced to carry the palm. He didn't mind this, but while walking on the road, he couldn't forget his duty to avoid killing and even an ant. A Vaishnava never envious or unnecessarily violent. Unnecessarily violent, yes. So Vaishnava, if he to set an example to maintain dharma, to why Prithu Maharaj did the karma, there various reasons, only not to only set an example. Why the pure devotee do their duties, karma duties? There are many reasons are there. One is what? To set an example. Second is what? To protect the rules, varnashrama dharma, maryada in the society. Third one is what? To hide their bhakti. To hide their bhakti, to keep it. And like this. So, and fourth one is what? To teach. To teach. So, like this, several examples are given. Fourth canto, 22nd chapter, 50th sloka. 4.22.50. 50. You can read purport and also you can see Vishwanath comment. Both Prabhupada writing from there on. Set an example to protect the Varnashrama rules and regulations. So, like this, there are the various reasons why the pure devotees follow the Varnashrama rules and regulations. एक भी फॉल्ट नहीं है क्या? चलो चलो चलो, लेट हो जाएगा ना, अब उधर भी नहीं जाना चाहिए. Okay. So in his Sankhya Yoga, Lord Kapila explains Suhruda Sarvadehina. So living entities assume different bodily forms. Those who are not Vaishnavas consider only human society worthy for their sympathy, but Krishna claims to be the supreme father of all life forms. So that's why loving, that means this paropakarata begins from where? Begins from, actually from here only, from the Kanishta, Komala Shraddha. Kanishta people also, they cultivate paropakarata by what? By keep on having the Bhutadaya, seeing the Paramatma inside in this body also. I am giving, so the place where the Paramatma is there, that means it's a temple. Paramatma wherever residing, that is a temple. So this body is also a temple for Lord. So I should feed that. With that consciousness, they feed. In this way, the teaching is started here itself. Then that will gradually evolve, and finally, when he reach here, he is able to see Paramatma, every living entity actually. Such a level consciousness evolves actually in the case of next sloka. Ata ta Ishvara vachaha sopalamba upakarnyopaya turiya shankita manastam vignapayan babuhu. When the palanquin carriers heard that threatening words of Mahārāja Rahūgaṇa, they became very afraid of his punishment and began to speak to him as follows. So these people are not carrying properly, then king, he's a Kshatriya. Of course, he's in the mode of goodness, but being Kshatriya, he comes to the passion and he orders. And with that ordering voice, he said that, why? Why this palanquin is shaking? And what is that? Turiya. Turiya means upakarnya. Upaya Turiya. Upaya means there are 4 upayas are there. What are those? Sama, Dana, Veda, Danda. The 4th one is what? Danda. So Turiya means 4th one. Among the upayas, 4th one is Danda. So that means they felt that now king is going to punish us with that fear. With that fear, so they started replying to him. That means now they are fearing that he may punish, and then with the fear they said, what they said is palanquins. So whoever is carrying this palanquin, they are saying that Navayam Naradeva Pramattaha Bhavan Niyamanu Pataha Sadveva Vahamaha Ayamaduna Eva Niyuktopi Nadrutam Rajati Nanena Saha Vodum Havayam Parayama Iti. What these carriers they said? Maharaj, O Lord, please note that we are not at all negligent in discharging our duties. We have been faithfully carrying this palanquin according to your desire. But this man, who has been recently engaged to work with us, cannot walk very swiftly. Therefore, we are not able to carry the palanquin with him. They said, उनके ऊपर डाल दिए. Prabhupada writes in the purport, they are all Sudras. When a Sudra and a Brahmana एक रस्सी को बांधेंगे तो काम नहीं चलता है. When a Sudra and a Brahmana Vaishnava are combined, there will certainly be imbalance in the execution of duties. इसलिए हर ऑफिस में परेशानी है. These devotees and all the remaining, there is always imbalance. They are very rajasic and they keep on going swiftly, and this person is always saying that I have to remember Krishna, I should serve, I should do this sadhana, that sadhana, and not able to do his work. हो रहा है या नहीं? Yes or no? Tell me. This is a परेशान. इसीलिए संगत्याग सतो वृत्ति षड्भिर भक्तिर प्रसिद्धि. प्रभुपाद सब कुछ लिखे रखे हैं ना. सर्टेनली इम्बैलेंस। एक टीम में 4 लोगों कर्मी है और एक आप है, परेशानी परेशानी। हम तो देखे, आई आल्सो वर्क। The Sudras were walking with the palanquin without at all caring for the ants on the ground. But Jada Bharata couldn't act like. For them, there is no day and night actually. Even they can work, no manglat, nothing, no planning. No? So anytime, even 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, even so whole night out they do and they finish their work. And you have for 1 2 days you can do, but like that, you whole month, 5 days is like that. Yeah, expected, then how it will be? It is feeling you are one side, oh, I'm not able to do sadhana, and another side you are also not able to run like them. You are not able to do work like them. So this imbalance in the team, then you are getting the negative rating, high rating actually. Need to improve. IP. परफॉर्मेंस। तो उसके बाद आपको लगाएंगे इसमें, सो नोटिस पीरियड में, तो रेड कॉल, रेड फ्लैग स्टार्टेड शोइंग टू यू। देन यू विल बी फीलिंग वरीड, देन यू विल बी कीप ऑन वर्किंग। एंड फॉर 1 महीना का चैंटिंग अगले महीना करूंगा करके, कंप्लीट 1 मंथ चैंटिंग यू विल पोस्टपोन इट। 16 राउंड्स भी नहीं कर रहे हैं आजकल बहुत लोग जो दीक्षा लिए। दिस अ रिपोर्ट एक्चुअली, मेनी आर नॉट डूइंग। तो क्या बोल रहे हैं तब, व्हाट शुड बी डन, व्हाट इज सॉल्यूशन, टेल मी। But to get that, what you need? We should have, that's our own community. At least you should have your own offices. But even if you have your own office, your our devotees, you should, that office should compete with the another office. Delivery, there also competition is there. Then you forcefully should drive your office also. Devotees also, you should make them to work hard. Otherwise, your products with less outcome, you can't sustain the competition. Your product delivery will be very less and very costly and with a long time taking. इसीलिए वो फ्रेमवर्क से ही हट जाना चाहिए। बेटर टू लीव दैट, वो रनिंग व्हील है वो, तो उस पर जब तक रहेंगे तो तब तक आपको भी दौड़ना ही पड़ेगा, घूमते रहेगा। So leave that running wheel and you have your own wheel. क्या चाहिए तब जीने के लिए? खाना चाहिए, कपड़ा चाहिए, थोड़ा मेडिसिन चाहिए। Why can't we organize ourselves with this? This is the thing actually. This is the thing Prabhupada said. Have your own communities and live. What you need? You need food and you need little education for your children and health. If we think all collectively, it's so easy. But if we, ऐसा है ना, तो उधर आग लग के जल जा रहा है, वहां कौन, हम तो हमारा काम नहीं, चलो हम बाद में देखते। ऐसा सब लोग हाथ धो के चले जा रहे हैं। एवरीवन इज जस्ट वॉशिंग देयर हैंड्स एंड लीव। ऐसा टैप को ऐसा खोल के चले जाता, हाँ कोई आके करेंगे, हम चले जाएंगे, पानी तो चले जाता। वैसे ही कौन करेंगे ये सब, कौन करेंगे, लेकिन मरेंगे सब। है ना, कौन करेंगे लेकिन मरेंगे सब। कैसा लग रहा है ये भी, तो मुझे भी मोहर आने लगा एक्चुअली, बोल बोल के एक्चुअली। ठीक है, should plan, don't get depressed, but make a plan. Planning and organization, everything will make success. सांसर्गिको दोष एवे नूनमेकस्यापि सर्वेषां सांसर्गिकाणां भवितुम् अर्हतीति निश्चित्य निशम्य कृपणवाचो राजा रहुगण उपासीता वृद्धोऽपि निसर्गेण बलात्कृता ईषदुत्थितम् उत्थितमन्युरिव मन्युरविस्पष्ट ब्रह्मतेजसं जातवेदसमिव राजसावृत तमसी राजसावृतमतिरा रजसा रजसावृतमति। रजसा आवृत्ति माने अभी किन में रजोगुण आ गया? रहुगण में। एक्चुअली वो सत्वगुण वाले, क्योंकि वो कपिलाश्रम जा रहा है, ही इज गोइंग टू द कपिलाश्रम मींस ही इज ज्ञानी, बट नाउ इमीडिएटली he is not doing his job. This is what rajoguna immediately comes. That means kings, even they are in the goodness, when there is some discrepancy in the dharma, immediately, so their rajoguna comes out. As I said, rajasa avrita matihi. So Rahugana's mind is now covered with what? Rajoguna. And then what he spoke? King Rahugana could understand the speeches given by the carriers who were afraid of being punished. He could also understand that simply due to the fault of one person, the palanquin was not being carried properly. Knowing this perfectly well and hearing the appeal, he became a little angry. Although he was very advanced in political science and was very experienced, his anger arose due to his born nature as a king. Actually, King Rahugana's mind was covered by the mode of passion and therefore spoke as follows to Jada Bharata, who's actually is a very nice person. Actually, Rahugana is a mode of goodness. He's in the goodness person, but he's Kshatriya, so time to time Rajoguna covers his consciousness. So who's Brahman effulgence? But what about Jada Bharata? He is like looking like such a Dumbo innocent. He's a Brahma Tejas. He's a Brahmana actually. So his Brahma Tejas is covered by the now with this. So Jadata was not clearly visible, being covered like a fire covered by ashes. The distinction between Rajoguna and Sattoguna is explained in this verse. Although the king was very upright and advanced in political science and governmental management, he was nonetheless in the mode of passion, and therefore, due to slight hesitation, he became angry. Jada despite all kinds of injustice, endured because of his deaf and dumb display, remained silently. He is always in Rahugana Jada is in a peaceful mode. अहो कष्टं भ्रातुरव्यक्तारूपास भातुरव्यक्तम् उरुपरिश्रान्तो दीर्घमध्वानम् एक एव ऊहिवान् सुचिरं नातिपीवा न संहननाङ्गो जरसा च उपद्रुतो भवान् सखेनो एवापरायेते सङ्घटिन इति बहुविप्रलब्धोऽप्यविद्यया रचितद्रव्यगुणकर्माशयस् कर्माशय स्वचर चरम कलेवरे वस्तुनि संस्थान विशेषेऽहं मम इत्यनध्यानारोपित मिथ्या प्रत्ययो ब्रह्मभूतस्तूष्णीं शिविकां पूर्ववद उवाह. King Rahugana told Jada Bharata how troublesome this is, my dear brother, and sarcastically. You certainly appear very fatigued because you have carried this palanquin alone without assistance for a long time and for a long distance. Besides that, due to your old age, you have become greatly troubled, my dear friend. I see that you are not very firm, not very strong and stout. Aren't your follower carriers cooperating with you? ये क्या है, sarcasm है? पूरा सर उल्टा बोल रही है. अभी तो आया वो, just now he came. He is not at all tired. He is strong and stout. He is young. Actually, yeah, but he is saying in a reverse. King, sarcasm. In this way, the king criticized Jada Bharata with sarcastic words. And despite being criticized in this way, Jada Bharata had no bodily conception of situation. He knew that he was not the body, for he had attained his spiritual identity. He was neither fat, lean, nor thin, nor had anything to do with lump of matter, a combination of the five gross and three subtle elements. He had nothing to do with the material body and its two hands and legs. In other words, he had completely realized his spiritual identity. He was therefore unaffected by sarcastic criticism from king. Without saying anything, he continued carrying the palanquin as before. Why say dekh. So he's keep on taking, so walking. He didn't change. राजा तो क्या है? Actually, here यद्यपि भरतस्य तच्छरीरं सुखदेवादीनामेव अप्राकृतत्वात् अनस्वरं नित्यमेव तदपि तस्य तदानीम् उत्पन्नप्रेमत्वादेव भगवन्तं विना अन्यत्र स्वादेहादौ ममत्व असम्भवात् तदानीं तेन देहेन साक्षात् सेवायाः अलावादौत्कुण् कौन सा देख रहा हूँ ओके अलाभादौत्कण्ठ्या वृद्ध्यत्यातीह दैन्येन अहं तु अस्यापि अनर्पणात् सर्वज्ञत्वेपि तत्र स्वदेहे प्राकृतत्वभानमेव अतः तत् सम्मत्या श्रीशुकदेवेनापि तत् प्राकृतमेव वर्णितम्. We all say that devotee's body is transcendental or not. Jada Bharata's body is transcendental body or material body? Guru's body is transcendental body or material body?
Transcendental.
Then why Sukadeva Goswami is saying he is mota hai, he is बहुत से लोग strong है, stout है, सब क्यों बोल रहे? ऐसा बोलना चाहिए? ये क्या है वेणुगोपाल, क्या कह रहे? No, before also Sukadeva was saying ना, बहुत तगड़ा शरीर है, ऐसा बोले या नहीं? मोटे बोले या नहीं?
Yes, yes.
Sukadeva Goswami, why he is seeing prakrita body? That means he is offense or not? Offense है क्या? Sukadeva Goswami offense किया.
Depends on the context, what you want to explain. If the context demands, to
ये क्या है? ये तो कॉर्पोरेट स्टाइल है, ये तो कॉन्टेक्स्ट डिमांड्स है, कॉर्पोरेट स्टाइल टर्मिनोलॉजी.
not not doing any differentiation, but keep representing the facts. So facts has to be passed.
सुखदेवेनापि तत् प्राकृतमेव वर्णितं. वस्तुतस्तु स्वसम्मत्या तद् अप्राकृतमेव व्याख्यातं. सा व्याख्या च यथा अविद्या माया न विहिता द्रव्यगुणकर्माशया यत्र तथा भूते स्वस्य चरमे अवशिष्टे पूर्वेभ्यो नष्टेभ्यो कलेवरेभ्यो अवशिष्टे अनश्वरः इत्यर्थः. So here in this case also Sukadeva Goswami Sukadevenapi tat aprakritameva varnitam. Because in this sloka what is there? So in this fifth sloka, fifth or sixth, huh? Sixth. Yeah. That is Rachita Dravya Guna Karmashaya. Karmashaya su Charama Kalevare Avastuni Samsthana Visheshe Aham Mama. This is a point actually. So here, let me read this. Actually, Bharata, like Sukadeva, has a spiritual body which was not destructible. It was eternal. Because of the arousal of prema at this time, he actually didn't have possessiveness for anything except the Lord. So that means, so Bharata, Jada Bharata, he has prema. Because of this prema, he doesn't have any possessiveness for anything. However, because of not attaining direct service to the Lord in that body at that moment, he manifested humility produced from increased longing, so, and therefore didn't want to offer his sense of I to the Lord. You're understanding? He manifested humility produced from, that means in the prema stage, this body is not useful actually, this material body. So he is not feeling any use of this body. However, because of not attaining direct service to the Lord in that body at that moment, because in the prema, after that prema, what is the next stage? Pranaya, sneha, next anuraga, next mana, next raga, next mana, next anuraga, next mahabhava. These are the higher stages of prema. In those stages, this body can be useful. वो प्रेम जब जगेगा हृदय में, वो प्रेम की विरह के कारण ये पूरा बॉडी जल के भस्म हो जाए. So that's why prema bhaktas are very much, that means, excited to not to have this body. You're understanding or not? So because of not attaining direct service to the Lord in that body at that moment, he manifested humility produced from increased longing. अभी भी मैं इसमें क्यों हूं, इस बॉडी में? So, and therefore didn't want to offer his sense of I to the Lord. Because of this, Bharata made a show of having a material body, even though he was full of knowledge, out of humility. Therefore, Sukadeva also describes him as if he had a material body. इधर का main point है कि those who are in the stage of prema, so they don't find a service so in that body at that moment. So that's why, and therefore didn't want to offer his sense of I to the Lord. Because of this, Bharata made a show of having material body, even though he was full of knowledge. Okay, next, the last phase appears to mean his final body made of gross elements, senses, karma, and antakarna produced by Maya, a body which has insubstantial, though having a particular appearance. However, it should be explained that his real opinion is that Bharata had a spiritual body. So even Sukadeva Goswami's opinion also having a spiritual body. Thus, the phrase avidyavarachita dravya guna karmashaya swa charama kalevare actually means in his eternal body that remained after all previous bodies that have been destroyed, which was not made of avidya, which is material elements, sense of karma and ahamkara. So this is the meaning actually. Even Sukadeva Goswami also doesn't have. But only, so the Jada Bharata is considering this material body as temporarily. So the same way, so Sukadeva Goswami also, so he is not, of course he has full knowledge, Bharata Maharaj, but only therefore Bharata made a show of having material body, even though he was full of knowledge. So similarly, also Sukadeva Goswami also is a show of things only he is describing. It's a little bit something, many points are there, but we will see later. Next. Ata punah swashibikayam vishwamagataayam Prakupita uvacha Rahūgaṇah kima idamare tvam जीवन मृतो मा कदर्दी कृता भर्तृशासन मति चरसि प्रमत्तस्य चाते करोमि चिकित्सां दंडपाणिरिवा जनताया यथा प्रकृतिं स्वाम भजयिष्यसे इति. Therefore, when the king saw this, that palanquin was still being shaken by the carriers, because he sarcastically said, "Hey, you just tried so much. You are alone carrying this, and you are very lean and you are very thin, like that, like that." He sarcastically said, but still, after hearing this, also Jada Bharata didn't react for anything. So then, after that, what happened thereafter? When the king saw this palanquin was still being shaken by the carriers, he became very angry and said, "You rascal! What are you doing? Are you dead? जीवन मृतः." This is a dialogue used. गाली दे दिया. अरे जिंदा हुआ मुर्दा हो क्या तुम? Are you dead despite of the life within your body? Do you not know that I am your master? I am Swami. Swami Bhartritra Bhav also you brought. You are the servant. You are disregarding me and are not carrying out my order. For this disobedience, I shall now punish you, just as Mahārāja, the superintendent of death, punishes sinful people. I shall give you proper treatment so that you will become to your senses and do the correct thing. He became aggressive actually. राजा को गुस्सा आ गया. So next. एवं बह्वबद्धम् अपि भाषमाणं नरदेवाभिमानं रजसा तमसानुविद्धेन मदेन तिरस्कृता शेषा भगवत् प्रियनिकेतं पंडितमानिनं स भगवान् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मभूत सर्वभूत सुहृदात्मा योगेश्वरचर्यायां नातिव्युत्पन्नमति स्मयमान इव विगतस्मय इदमाह. Thinking himself a king, King Rahugana was in the boldly conception was influenced by material nature's modes of passion and ignorance. Due to madness, he chastised Jada Bharata with uncalled for and contradictory words. Jada Bharata was a topmost devotee and the dear abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although considering himself very learned, the king didn't know about the position of an advanced devotee situated in the devotional service, nor did he know his characteristics. Jada was the residence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was always carried the form of the Lord within his heart. He was the dear friend of all living beings, and he didn't entertain any bodily conception. He therefore smiled and spoke the following words. अवबद्ध मननन्वितम् अनुविद्धेन gratitheena tiraskuta ashesha sampurna bhagavata. So he is what friend of everyone and he is carrying the Lord. But what about Rahūgaṇa? Pandita manina. So he is not really intelligent. Rahūgaṇa, Ajnani. Yogeshwaramacharya Jadavat. So Pandit is looking like Jada and Jada is looking like Pandit. That's why he is laughing actually. Bharata Maharaj little bit laughing. Swajnaninam janati atha cha ajnani vat uktir. But he will appear like Ajnani, but he has lot of jnana. So then see what happened, what he spoke. Brahmana vacha. त्वयोदितं व्यक्तमविप्रलब्धं भर्तुः समे स्याद् यदि वीरभारः गन्तुर्यदि स्यादिगम्यमध्वा दीवेतिराशौ न विदां प्रभादः. The great Brahmana Jada Bharata said, "My dear king, hero and hero, Veera. No, he has no sarcasm. Actually, very nice. Whatever you have spoken sarcastically is certainly true. Actually, it's not sarcasm, it is true. What he said? You are not strong, you are not stout, you are not tired. No, you are tired. Sorry. You are tired and you alone carrying all these things. Actually, these are not simply words of chastisement. For the body is the carrier. The load carried by the body doesn't belong to me, for I am the spirit soul. There is no contradiction in your statements because I am different from the body. I am not the carrier of palanquin. The body is the carrier. Certainly, as you have hinted, I have not labored carrying the palanquin, and I am detached from the body. You have said that I am not stout and strong, and these words are befitting a person who doesn't know the distinction between the body and the soul. The body may be fat or thin, but no learned man would say such things of the spirit soul. As far as the spirit soul is concerned, I am neither fat nor skinny. Therefore, you are correct when you say that I am not very stout. Also, if the object of this journey and the path leading there were mine, there would be many trouble for me. But because they relate not to me but to my body, there is no trouble at all. एक बार डायलॉग से याद रखिए. What Rahūgaṇa said, tell me. Sarcastically, what he said. So see there. So in sixth sloka, sarcasm is in the sixth sloka. In sixth sloka, what he said? Aho kastam. Are brother, अरे भाई, ब्रदर ब्रातर माने अरे भाई, तुम तो बहुत कष्ट किए हो, बहुत थक गए हो, बहुत दूर से अकेला चला के लेके आ रही हो, तुम तो मोटे नहीं हो, ये बोल रहे. तो ना अतीव पीवा ना संहननांग, और बूढ़े हो, उपद्रव भवान सके. These are all sarcasm. So now he is what Jada Bharata's reply for this, that you should see here. In Sloka 9, he is replying that, yes, अभी तक मुंह बंद करके अभी क्यों मुंह खोलना शुरू कर दिया, ये तो पहले समाधान दिया जाए. ज्ञानमानिनं येनं ज्ञानेनैव परास्त्रीकृत्य कृपयिष्यामि. ये अपने आप को जड़ भरता was thinking that ये अपने आप को बहुत बड़ा ज्ञानी समझ रहे हैं, इसको मैं ज्ञान से परास्त करके इनको अभी मैं कृपा देता हूं. इस भाव से मुंह खोल दिया वो, कृपा देने के लिए मुंह खोले. तो और वो भी सत्व गुण में है, तो ज्ञान तो बोलेंगे तो पकड़े पाएगा, इसीलिए. त्वयोदितम इति तत्र विरुद्ध लक्षण यदुक्तम त्वया त्वम न श्रान्तः न दीर्घम. क्या बोले वो? तो सरकास्टिकली बोले है ना, यू आर नॉट टायर्ड, you didn't came for the long, na dirgham adhvanam agata, tvam na shantah na dirgham adhvanam agata. So you are not tired and you didn't come for a long distance. So all these things, whatever that sarcasm is said, that's true. Yes. Why he is not tired? Tiredness is belong to whom? Body. शिबिकवाहस्य भारो यदि मे मम स्यात् तदा विप्रलम्बः स्यात्. So if I consider myself body, then your sarcasm will work on me. I don't consider myself as a body, so that's why whatever you said is true. You are not tired. This is true or not? This is true. But it can be sarcasm for whom? Who consider himself as body. So this is Jada Bharata's reply. My dear Raja, whatever you said is true. It's not sarcasm. Because I don't consider myself as body. You said that you are tired. You are not tired. Yes, I am not tired because I am Chetana. And so this body is made up of what? Rasi Kupam. It is a Rasi. Rasi means pile. It's a pile of what? Panchamahabhutas. It's a pile of Panchamahabhutas. So you say this is a मोटा है, ये तो मोटा है, वो तो सत्य है, वो तो सत्य है ना। तो कौन मोटा है? शरीर मोटा है, वो तो सत्य है, that is true. But intelligent person, they don't see person means this pile of this, the Panchamahabhutas. They see inside the soul. So this is, that means, so you said that this is you are fatty. Yes, this body is fatty. So, but I am not fatty. I know that. So that's why even if you say fatty, that's good only. You are saying to the body, that's not going to bring any kind of pain to me. I am Chetana Rupaha. Aham Chetana Rupaha. That means Mai Chetana Rupe tu Pravah Kalanka eva iti bhava. So, but you think yourself as Gnani, but you don't know to see the soul inside, and you consider, so person means only body, and that is why you are not Vidusha. You are not intelligent. So you are not intelligent and you are not understanding what is so actual thing. Is a soul, Chetana. You are not seeing that. So like that, here Jada Bharata is replying. ऐसा चलता है, थोड़ा सा clumsy रहता है. So what you can, simple funda is, out of ignorance Rahūgaṇa said, and out of knowledge he is taking it as, so sarcasm is true. Sarcasm as true means sarcasm, whatever is not sarcasm, it is, yes, whatever you said is yathartham only. I am not tired, you are not tired, yes, that is I am not tired because I am so. And you said that, so this is fatty, yes, this body is fatty, not I am. So like that. Next to 10th. Stailyam karshyam vyadhaya, stailyam karshyam vyadhaya adhayascha, kshutrudbhayam kaliricha jaracha, nidraratirmanyurahamadah sucho, dehena jatasya imena santi. Fatness, thinness, bodily and mental distress, thirst, hunger, fear, disagreement, distress, for material happiness, old age, sleep, attachment, for material possession, anger, lamentation, illusion, and identification of the body with the self are all transformations of material coverage of the spirit soul. So, a person absorbed in the material bodily conception is affected by these things, but I am free from all bodily conceptions. Conceptually, I am neither fat nor skinny nor anything else you have mentioned. मैं ये सब कुछ नहीं, फैटी गीटी वो सब बॉडी के लिए, मैं नहीं. So like that he replied. So then next, जीवन मृतत्वं नियमेन राजन् आद्यन्तवद्विकृतस्य दृष्टं स्वाम्य भावो ध्रुवैर्य यत्र तर्ह्यच्युते सौविधिकृत्य योगः. My dear king, you have unnecessarily accused me of being dead. Jivan Murta. He said, na, this is another scolding. For that, he is replying actually. My dear king, you have unnecessarily accused me being a dead through alive. In this regard, I can only say that this is the case everywhere, because everything material has its beginning and ending. As far as you were thinking that you are the king, and also he said, I am the king and you are the servant and you should follow my order. This also he said, na. So then for that also is replying. As far as you were thinking that you are the king and master, and you are the and are thus trying to order me. This is also incorrect, because these positions are temporary. Today you are a king and I am your servant, but tomorrow the position may be changed, and you may be my servant and I your master. There are temporary circumstances created by providence. Main point in this sloka is what? Is Adyantavat Vikrutasya. Vikrita means everything is changing. आपको कितना घमंड है कि मैं राजा हूं, तुम मेरे सेवक हो, एवरीथिंग चेंज, तो ये भी चेंज हो सकता है। मैं राजा बनूंगा, तुम नौकर बनेगा, और मैं बोलूंगा तुमको चलो पालंगिन मेरा चलाओ। तो क्यों इसकी घमंड कर रहे हैं आप? और जीवन मृत बोलेंगे तो जीवन मृत तो सब कुछ है तब। जीवन मृत तुम, मैं ही जीवन मृत हूं क्या? तो आप भी जीवन मृत हैं। इफ यू कंसिडर मी एज बॉडी, सो मैं ये जीवित है, कुछ दिन के बाद अंत हो जाएगा ना, मृत्यु तो हो ही जाएगा। जीवित है अभी, कुछ समय के बाद मृत्यु तो हो ही जाएगा। आपका बॉडी भी अभी जीवित है, कुछ समय के बाद अंत तो हो ही जाएगा। आद्यंतवत, आदि है अंत भी है इसका। सो एवरीथिंग इज हैविंग द अंत, सो दैट्स एवरीथिंग इज जीवन मृतम। तुम भी जीवन मृत हो, इसके अर्थ। और मुझे अपना पालक ढोने के लिए ऑर्डर कर रहे हैं, तो ये तो भी चेंज हो जाएगा, विकृति है। तो तुम भी अभी आप मेरा, मैं कुछ दिन के बाद बोलूंगा। ये है, ये सेंस में बोले। नेक्स्ट, विशेष विशेष बुद्धिर्विवरं मनाच्च पश्यामयन्ना व्यवहारतोऽन्यत् क ईश्वरस्तत्र किमीशितव्यं तथापि राजन् करवाम किं ते। My dear king, if you still think that you are the king and that I am your servant, you should order me and I should follow your order. I can then say that this differentiation is temporary and it expands only from usage or convention. I don't see any other cause. In that case, who is the master and who is the servant? Everyone is being forced by the laws of material nature, therefore, no one is master and no one is servant. Nonetheless, if you think that you are the master and that I am the servant, I shall accept this. Please order me. What can I do for you? So, what is said here in the 12th? So, Yavad Raja Aham Tavat Tav Swami. So, if you say you are king and I am the servant, so you are my Swami. So, Visheshatah Raja Bhrutyadi Vedastu Tad Buddhi Vivara. मानी तो बुद्धि का है, मैं राजा और ये मैं राजा हूं, ये सब तो ये क्या है? इट्स जस्ट दुरहंकार। तो आइडेंटिफाई फॉल्सली, देन ओनली यू विल बी गेटिंग। So because of that false identification only you are feeling that you are king and I am servant. So buddhi vivarvam, it's vyavahara, it is vyavahara. But actually we are all souls. Actually we are all souls, and so na pashyami mana kishadapi तथापि तव अयम अभिमानश्चेत तर्हि ब्रूहि किम ते करवा। तो ये तो केवल एक व्यवहार है भाई, तो वास्तव में आप आत्मा हो, मैं आत्मा हूं, क्या भेद है ये? तो यदि व्यवहार को ही आप सत्य मानेंगे तो ठीक है, तब तो चलो, क्या करना है बोलो तो करूंगा। इफ यू थिंक दिस व्यवहार इज ओनली द रियल, तो ऑर्डर करो। दिस द थिंग यू आर गेटिंग ऑल। So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Aham Mameti, one thinks that this body and this relationship, master and servant, all these are all conceptions are temporary. So because of the body. Actually, we are on this, okay. So next. Unmattamatta jadavat swasamstam gatasya me vira chikitsitena ardhah kiyan bhavata sikshitena स्तब्ध प्रमत्तस्य न पिष्ट पेशा। और पागल भी बोले है ना उसका, बोले या नहीं? 6 में बोले, देखिए आप लोग, प्रमत्त। My dear king, you have said, you rascal, you dull, crazy fellow. हाँ? नहीं, इंग्लिश में, लेकिन हिंदी में क्या हो, संस्कृत में क्या हो? अति विनाशम जरसा। साथ में बोले हैं। अरे त्वं जीवनमृतः मां कदब्धीकृत्य भर्तृशासनम अतिचरसि प्रमत्तस्य, मैंने पागल आदमी, ये बोले या नहीं? पागल बोले। अच्छा, मैं पागल हूँ। तो पागल को पागल बोलेंगे तो और पागलापंती होगा, है ना? तो इसमें क्या, मैंने पिष्ट पेषण, पीस और चीज को और भी पीसेंगे तो क्या वो सॉलिड बनेगा? क्या होगा? पीस और चीज को और भी पीसेंगे तो और भी पीस जाएगी। पागल को और पागल बोलेंगे तो और पागलापंती करेगा। अच्छा बन जाएगा। क्या पागलपंती तुम्हारा, पागल को पागल बोल रहे। एक्चुअली मैं पागल नहीं हूं, पागल जैसा दिखता हूं, लेकिन मैं जीवन मुक्त हूं। जीवन मुक्त लोग कैसे दिखते हैं? पागल जैसे दिखते। तुम पागल हो ये पहचान नहीं पा रहे। और इसके ऊपर पागल को पागल बोल के परम पागल। ये बात है। इसके लिए पूरा राहुगण का ब्रेन पूरा एकदम जाम हो गया ये सब सुनने से। मैं इसके पहले क्या बोला? व्यवहार को सत्य मान रहा है। इसके पहले श्लोक में ये है ना, व्यवहार को सत्य मान रहा है, ये बेकार बात है तुम्हारा। राजा कौन है? श्री नौकर कौन? उसके पहले क्या बोले? सब तो चेंज होता है, राजा भी चेंज हो जाएगा, मैं नौकर, मैं भी चेंज होता हूँ, उसके बाद मैं राजा बनूंगा, तुम नौकर बनेंगे, सब चेंज होने वाला चीज है। उसको देख के आप क्या घमंड है, ये बोले उसकी पहले श्लोक। उसके पहले श्लोक में क्या बोले? तो आप मुझे मोटा बोलते हैं, मैं कहा मोटा? वो तो बुद्धिमान बुद्धिहीन लोगों शरीर को देखते मोटा बोलते हैं, लेकिन एक्चुअली मैं तो शरीर नहीं हूं, मोटा तो शरीर है, ये बात बोले। और मुझे सरकास्टिकली बोलते हैं, वो तो एक्चुअली वो सरकास्टिक नहीं, वो आप सही बोल रहे हैं। तो मैं तो शांत, तो मैंने थका नहीं है, सही है, क्योंकि मैं आत्मा हूं, मैं कैसे थकता हूँ? ये सब बात है ना, ऐसा बोले हैं अभी तक। तब ये सब सुनने के बाद उनका ध्यान क्या हो गया राहुगण का, ये क्या है? व्यवहार को सत्य नहीं है बोल रही है, लेकिन व्यवहार ही सत्य लग रहा है मुझे। उनका बात अभी बोलेंगे, देखिए। इट इज सेड इन द श्रीमद् भाग, व्हाट ही वेर 30 30 My dear king, you have said, you rascal, you dull, crazy fellow, I am going to chastise you, and then you will come to your senses. In this regard, let me say that although I live like a dull, deaf, and dumb man, I am actually a self-realized person. What will you gain by punishing me? If your calculation is true and I am a madman, then your punishment will be like a beating a dead horse. There will be no effect. पीसा हुआ चीज को और पीसने से और भी पीस जाएगी, ऐसा नहीं कि वो सॉलिड नहीं बनेगी। When a madman is punished, he is not cured to be cured of his. Next, Sri Sukavach. एतावदनुवाद परिभाषया प्रत्युदीर्य मुनिवर उपशम शील उपरतानात्म्यानिमित्य उपभोगेन कर्म आरब्धम व्यपनयन राजया अभी तथोवा राजान तथो। Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, O Mahāṛāja Parikshit, when King Rahūgaṇa chastised the exalted devotee Jada Bharata with harsh words, that peaceful saintly person tolerated it all and replied properly. Nescience is due to the bodily conception, and Jada Bharata was not affected by this false conception. Out of his naturally humility, he never considered himself a great devotee. He agreed to suffer the results of his past karma. Like an ordinary man, he thought that by carrying the palanquin, he was destroying the reactions of his past misdeeds. Thinking in this way, he began to carry the palanquin as before. Actually, wonderful thing. This Prabhupada is completely writing the commentary in the form of so translation. Complete commentary is there actually. So now, what is the situation? See that we are in 16 or 15? 14, yes. 14, yeah. So, like that he said. So, Jada Bharata said, just what we have seen. So, Jada Bharata doesn't have any Deha Abhimana actually. So, one may say, why he is reacting like this? अरे ये तो इतना साधु है तो ऐसा काउंटर एक्टिंग जैसा लग रहा है या नहीं? रहुगण की बातों का बात वापस सौंप देना ऐसा लग रहा है या नहीं? तो ये मैंने अपने को दूषण किया वो तो दूषण किए हैं रहुगण दूषण कहते तो उसको वही सहन ना कर पाके उनको उल्टा समाधान दिया ऐसा लग रहा है या नहीं? लेकिन एक्चुअली ये ऐसा नहीं है. उपभोगेन राजोचित ऐश्वर्य भोगेन ज्ञापितुं यत् राहुगणस्य प्रारब्धं तदपि व्यपनेतुम् अनुवादमिषेण कृपया सोपदिष्ट तदनु अनुष्ठितया उक्त्या एव तत्प्रारब्धमपि दूरीकर्तुम् इत्यर्थः. Why such a like he is just counteracting the words of the Rahugana? It is looking like that, but it's not out of his bodily conception, body abhimana. Oh, he is thinking that himself has body and feeling bad of the Rahugana words, and he is not able to tolerate that. And out of that intolerance, he is not speaking, but he is speaking so to destroy the prarabdha of the Rahugana. Out of krpa, he is speaking actually. Because now Rahugana being a king, being the bhoga, Raja bhoga, he is enjoying Raja Aishwarya, Rajojita Aishwarya bhogena jnana. So that means this Raja Aishwarya to the king is there means because of his Bharata karma. Yes or no? King is feeling himself as king, as a Raja. That Jivatma inside the king is feeling himself as a Raja because of what? Because of Prarabdha. है ना? तो मैं राजा हूं करके रहुगण क्यों सोच रहे? क्योंकि अज्ञान है और वो राजापन उनमें क्यों कारण क्या है? प्रारब्ध कर्म ही है ना. तो प्रारब्ध कर्म की राजापन आता है उसमें राजापन. तो अभी उस प्रारब्ध को नष्ट करने के लिए दूर करने के लिए क्या चाहिए? ज्ञान चाहिए. क्या ज्ञान? तुम राजा नहीं तुम आत्मा हो. इसीलिए इस प्रारब्ध को दूर करने के लिए उनको उपदेश की जरूरत है रहुगण को. इसी उद्देश्य से मैंने रहुगण का प्रारब्ध को दूर करने के लिए जड़ भरत इधर मुंह खोल के ऐसा बातों को बात समाधान दे रहे सीधा ऐसा लग रहे. ये एक अर्थ है ऐसा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करने की. एक अर्थ ये है. दूसरा अर्थ ये है कि दूसरा ये भी सिचुएशन हो सकता है. तो मैंने रहुगण सॉरी जड़ भरत प्रेम से क्योंकि प्रेम के कारण दयनीयता उत्पन्न होता है. प्रेम से क्या उत्पन्न होगा? जब किसी में भगवान के प्रति प्रेम तीव्र हो जाती है तो दूसरे में दीनता आ जाती है. दीनता आकर क्या होगा? स्वस्य भक्तत्व अवमानन अमननात् भक्तत्व अवमान. So then he will not consider himself as a devotee. Then he consider that this is my prarabdha. I should carry this, and I am just enjoying my prarabdha. He thinks like that. That means I am भोग रहा हूं मैं अपना प्रारब्ध को भोग रहा हूं. इतने उनसे गाली सुनना इसलिए सुन रहा हूं. So शिविका भारोद्वहनादिना आरब्ध कर्म व्यापन. So like that I am just जस्ट आई एम मेरा प्रारब्ध अभी नष्ट होना चाहिए इसलिए नष्ट हो रहा है. लेकिन एक्चुअली प्रारब्ध है क्या? जो प्रेमी भक्ति में उनके पास प्रारब्ध कर्म रहता है नहीं, ऐसा ऐसा नहीं सोचना चाहिए। फिर भी ऐसा क्यों सोच रहे हैं? प्रेम के कारण उनमें दैन्यता उत्पन्न होती है, तब उसको उस समय वो अपने आप को भक्त नहीं मानते, तब वो ऐसा सो मान लेंगे ये तो मैं अपना प्रारब्ध को भोग रहा हूं। So next, स्वचापि पाण्डवेय सिन्धु सौवीर पतिस्तत्त्व जिज्ञासायां सम्यक् श्रद्धयादि कृताधिकारस्तद् तद्हृदय ग्रन्थिमोचनं द्विजवच आश्रित्य बहुयोग ग्रन्थ सम्मतं त्वरयावरुह्य शिरसा पादमूलमुपसृतः क्षमापयन् विगत नृपदेवस्मय उवाच. So Sukadev Goswami continued, O best of the Pandu dynasty, Mahārāja Parikshit, the king of the Sindhu and the Sauvira states, had great faith in discussion of the absolute truth. Being thus qualified, he heard from Jada Bharata that philosophical presentation which is approved by all six scriptures on the mystic yoga process and which is slackened the knot of in this heart. His material concept of himself as a king was thus destroyed. He immediately descended from his palanquin, fell flat on the ground with his head at the lotus feet of the Jada Bharata in such a way that he might be excused for his insulting words against the great Brahmana. He then prayed as follows. तो ये शब्द ऐसा सुन के तो ये तो इतना ज्ञानी जैसा बोल रहे हैं, ये तो क्या है, ये तो साक्षात दत्तात्रेय है क्या, इधर आ गया. So what is this? Why it is happening? So first of all, he came out from the palanquin and started saying like this. So he fell on the ground. Kastvam nigudascarasi jnanam bibarshi sutram katamo vadhutaha kasyasi kutratya ihapi kasmat kshemaya naschedasi no suchaha. King said, "Hey Brahman, you appear to be moving in this world very much covered and unknown to others. Who are you? Are you learned Brahmana and a saintly person? I see that you are wearing a sacred thread. Are you one of those exalted, liberated saints such as Dattatreya and other highly advanced learned scholars? May I ask whose disciple you are? Where do you live? Why have you come to this place? Is your mission in coming here to do good for us? Please let me know who are you." So because this is a goodness actually. In the Rahūgaṇa, goodness is there. Immediately after hearing this much, that means counter answers from the Jada Bharata, he immediately relate because he's a gnani. He immediately relate the gnana actually. Next, Naham Vishanke Suraraja Vrajan Natryakshulan Yamasya Dandat Nagyarka Somanila Vittapastra Chanke Brusham Brahma Kulavamana. Now he's seeing threat, na actually. He got feared actually after getting out. Because, my dear sir, I am not at all afraid of the thunderbolt of King Indra, nor am I afraid of serpentine piercing trident of Lord Shiva. I don't care about the punishment of Yamaraj, the superintendent of death, nor am I afraid of fire, scorching sun, moon, wind, nor the weapons of Kuvera. Yet I am afraid of offending a Brahmana. I am very much afraid of this. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was instructing Rupa Goswami at the Dasaswamedha Ghat in Prayaga. He pointed out very clearly the seriousness of offending a Vaishnava. He compared Vaishnava Aparadha to Hathi Mat, mad elephant. When a mad elephant enters a garden, it spoils all the fruits and flowers. Similarly, if one offends a Vaishnava, he spoils all his spiritual assets. Offending a Brahmana is very dangerous, and this was known to Mahārāja Rahūgaṇa. He therefore, frankly, a proper Brahmana who doesn't have enviousness towards the Vaishnavas, so he is like a friend of the Vaishnavas. And he should not be offended actually. Real Brahmana never become envious of Vaishnavas. So that's why Brahmana also should not be offended. He therefore frankly admitted his fault. There are many dangerous things, thunderbolts, fire, Yamaraja's punishment, the punishment of Lord Shiva, trident, and so forth, but none is considered to be as serious as offending Brahmana like Jada Bharata. Therefore, Mahārāja Rahūgaṇa immediately descended from the palanquin and fell before the lotus feet of the Brahmana. Like no Brahmani Deva go Brahmani Hitaya. Krishna also, Vishnu also, we can see in the third canto, 16th chapter. So Brahmanas should be respected. Lord also always give protection to the cows and Brahmanas. So there are 5 elements in the ashram, Varnashrama are protected. One is Brahmanas, cows, women, children, and old people. These 5 should be protected in the society. Tad Brahma Sango Jadavanni Guda Vignana Viryo Charasya Para Vachamsi Yoga Grandhitani Sadho Nanak Shamante Manasapi Vetum. My dear sir, it appears that influence of your great spiritual knowledge is hidden. Factually, you are bereft of all material association, fully absorbed in the thought of Supreme. Consequently, you are unlimitedly advanced in spiritual knowledge. Please tell me why you are wandering around like a dullard. O great saintly person, you have taken words approved by the yogic process, but it is not possible for us to understand what you have said. Therefore, kindly explain it. He is asking, who are you? So he didn't understand fully, but something he understood. So that's why he had respect. Aham cha yogeshwaratma tattva vida muninam paramam gurum vai prashtum pravutta kimharanam tata sakradarim jnana kalavatirnam. I consider your good self the most exalted master of the yogic power. You know the spiritual science perfectly well. You are the most exalted of all learned sages, and you have descended for the benefit of all human society. You have come to give spiritual knowledge, and you are direct representative of Kapila Dev, the incarnation of God, and the plenary portions of knowledge. I am therefore asking you, O spiritual master, what is the most secure shelter in this world? So now he is asking in a humble way. So that's why he revealed actually knowledge, all the Bhakti Jnana. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
This is with respect to the mood of Jada
Jada. Rahugana.
Bharat.
Yeah.
That he was not getting offended by what he was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. With respect to this statement, 13th chapter about Jada. Shukdev Goswami is saying, my dear king, son of there were some waves of dissatisfaction in the mind of Jada Bharat due to his being insulted by King Rahūgaṇa, who made him carry his palanquin. But Jada Bharat neglected this, and his heart again became calm and quiet like. Now we have completely rejected the possibility of any waves of dissatisfaction in the mind of. But here later on, Shukdev Goswami says, Ayatha, neglect. How can a person who is completely at the level of prema have waves of this?
But
verses 5, 13, 20.
5, 13, 25, we'll see that. So because sometimes actually in the case of Lord Shiva, he was not at all afflicted by the Daksha's insult. But their situation comes while explaining to his wife. So he's feeling bad actually. There, what he said, Vishwanath writes commentary, Vishwanath Chakravarti. So sometimes even Ishvara, even Lord Shiva also forget to anusandhana. That means considering himself as Ishvara. That consciousness may go out for a while, then he may get affected with the modes and he may get real. So feeling of bad actually. Even Lord Shiva can happen. But in the case of Krishna, he may forget himself as a Lord and still he will never come to the material association because he is forgetting himself as Lord because of extreme prema actually. So with the gopis and gopas, he never think himself as a Lord at that time. Paramatma Anusandhana is gone, Isvara Anusandhana. But even in that situation, but he will never come in contact with the modes, and he will never come to the material platform. And whatever that, and he will also get illusioned actually. Even Krishna also get illusioned and crying. He also cries. Like Mother Yashoda brought the stick and she is beating and he is crying. When he forgot that he is a Paramatma. But that cry is not bringing him to the mode of material mode actually. Because that leaving the Paramatma Anusandhana, that means not relating Paramatma, that is because of extreme love. In that case, all this cry is also transcendental only. It is not out of the three modes. But in the case of Ishvara, they may fall down. So Lord Shiva. So from the spiritual platform, they come in association of Maya, and then that will be the material quality, that material lamentation. But Krishna's lamentation is transcendental lamentation. So like that, in the devotee's case, maybe, so we have to see actually how the Acharya clarified, that we can see later. So now, so I consider yourself and the most exalted master of the mystic power, So he's asking, so please explain. I am therefore asking you, O spiritual master, what is the most secure shelter in this world? Next, Savai Bhavan Loka Nirikshanaardam Avyaktalingo Vicharatya Pitsit Yogeshwaranam Gati Mandha Bhakti Katam Vichakshita Gruhanubandha. Is it not a fact that your good self is the direct representative of Kapila Deva, the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? To examine people to see who is actually a human being or who is not, you have presented yourself to be a deaf and dumb person. Are you not moving this way upon the surface of the world? I am very attached to family life and worldly activities, and I am blind to spiritual knowledge. Nonetheless, I am now present before you and I am seeking enlightenment from you. How can I advance in spiritual life? So he is surrendered and he is asking.
Serious Guru.
Yeah. दृष्टश्रमः कर्मत आत्मनो वै भर्तुर्गन्तुर्भवतश्चानुमन्ये यथा सतो दानयानाद्यभावात् समूलयिष्टो व्यवहारमार्गा. You have said, I am not fatigued from labor, although the soul is different from the body. Actually, what the Jada Bharata was saying, so I am not at all fatigued. Whatever your sarcasm is actually adhartam, is true only. I am not fatigued. Now he is bringing this point, Rahūgaṇa. Actually, you said that you are not fatigued. How it is possible? Because Jada Bharata, Rahūgaṇa think that Vyavahara is also real. Or this Jivatma is inside this body also get affected. That means Atma also get affected. He is giving an example actually for that. So what is that example? So the soul is different from the body. There is fatigue because bodily labor, and it appears to be fatigue of the soul. When you are carrying a palanquin, there is certainly labor for the soul. This is my conjecture. You have also said that the external behavior exhibited between the master and servant is not factual. But although in the phenomenal world it is not factual, the products of the phenomenal world can actually affect things that is visible and experienced. As such, even though material activities are impermanent, they can't be said to be untrue. इसका अर्थ ये है, थोड़ा सा आप लोग ध्यान देना चाहिए. तो बात ये है कि जो इस जगत में जो भी चीज है आकाश पुष्प की जैसा नहीं है. आकाश पुष्प, do you smell आकाश पुष्पा? No. Akash Pushpa means, na, flower in the sky. It is what? It is completely imagination. But a pot is like Akash Pushpa? No. Pot is having the reality actually. So now now Rahugana is saying, so this Vyavahara Jagat is also real. And pain is also real. And that's why pain is there, and then Jivatma also get the pain. You are getting the point. Jivatma also will get the pain. Why not? So you yourself have said, not changing. Changing means if something is not real, how it will be changing? Akash prashna to change nahi hota hai. So changing means it is indicating there is something is real. So then how? That means it's confusing. He's saying that it's confusing me. Your words. You are saying that you are not tired. And but Vyavahara, what I am seeing Vyavahara, it is real actually. I am getting pain. So, but how can we? That means you can completely neglect this Vyavahara. You can't neglect this Vyavahara. Vyavahara Jagat. It is not like Akash Pushpa. थोड़ा सा ज्ञान है इनके पास, ऐसा है, समझना चाहिए। रवगण के पास थोड़ा थोड़ा सा आइडिया है, इधर उधर का आइडिया। अनुमन्य अनुमीय अनुमानश्चैवं भवान् भारव्याहादिनः शान्तः कर्तृत्वात् यः कर्ता सा शाम्यति। Because you are carrying and you are the doer, Atma is the doer, then Atma should get pain also. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Atma is doer or not? First of all, what is the reality? Actually, real philosophy, you tell me now. Atma is doer or not?
Because it has
Atma is not a doer. Who is the doer? Prakrute kriyamanani gunah karmani sarvacha. That means who is holding? This is Prakriti, hand, Prakriti, everything, mind, intelligence, everything is Prakriti. But what is the role of Jivatma then? Jivatma is also not desire. Desiring is also coming where? In the mind only, na? Desires will come where? In the Atma, desire comes, in the mind it comes. Ichcha desh, in the mind only. So then what Jivatma is doing? Jivatma is claiming. I am desiring also is claiming only. Ahankara vimudatma kartaham idi manyate. Claiming only. The problem is what then? Avidya covering is problem. Then how it will be removed? It is given by whom? Maya. So how it will be removed? मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते माया में। बस माने अंधकार में रहकर आंख दिख नहीं रहे बोलने से क्या आंख खराब हो गए क्या? हाँ, अंधकार में आंख नहीं दिख रहे हैं इसका अर्थ क्या आंख खराब हो गए क्या? नहीं, लाइट इज नॉट देयर। इसे आपको क्या करना चाहिए? आंख को सर्जरी करवाना है, नहीं तो आपको तो लाइट के पास जाना है, लाइट के पास जाना है। हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? आंख का सर्जरी कराया जाए। तो अभी अंधकार में आंख नहीं दिख रहे हैं, आंख खराब हो सोच रहे, लेकिन आंख कभी भी खराब नहीं है। अभी अंधकार में ऐसा ही जीवात्मा अविद्या से आवृत हुआ तो माने जीवात्मा में कोई खराब ही नहीं है। शुद्धोपि विशिष्टे है विशुद्ध कर्तु। तो करना चाहिए क्या? अविद्या से हटना है तो क्या करना है इसके लिए? अविद्या कहाँ नहीं है? पीछे अविद्या है और सामने अविद्या नहीं है, तो कहाँ जाना है आपको? सामने जाओ, भगवान के सामने जाओ। माने पीछे है, अंधकार है, इसीलिए आपको अपने आप को तो नहीं जान पा रहे थे, तो जाओ तो सामने, हो गया काम। तो अभी कोई भी दुख सुख कभी जीवात्मा को मिल रहा है क्या? हाँ, नहीं। तो इसीलिए जीवात्मा कोई पनिशमेंट दिए क्या इधर? नहीं। ये बात कहाँ आया? 3rd canto 7th chapter. Maitreya is telling to Vidura this. You can see all the series of dialogues, whatever I said. This is from there actually. So that's why Jivatma is not at all punished by Maya. Maya is not doing to Jivatma. Is it doing anything? नैनम चिंतन्ति शस्त्रान नैनम दहति। यदि आत्मा को दर्द हो रहा है मन, इसका अर्थ क्या है? आप नैनम चिंतन्ति का एग्नेस्ट जा रहे हैं आप खुद। और सुख दुख तो आता है माइंड का, ये माइंड का प्रॉपर्टीज, लेकिन आत्मा के ऊपर डाल रहे हैं मैंने, आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग में गलती है इसके अर्थ। एक्चुअली देयर इज नो पेन, देयर इज नो प्लेजर, मटेरियल पेन, मटेरियल प्लेजर फॉर द जीवात्मा। जीवात्मा इज ऑलवेज प्योर and always so not getting affected by anything. So sinful desires also जीवात्मा no being covered by that, that means covered जीवात्मा, अविद्या से covered हुआ जीवात्मा को sinful desires आ रहे कहा जाता है। लेकिन अविद्या के अंदर जाके देंगे वो जीवात्मा को कोई कमी नहीं है, शुद्ध है वो। समझ में आ रहे हैं नहीं? इसीलिए बद्ध जीव का इच्छा है भोग वांछा, लेकिन बद्ध जीव माने अविद्या से और जीवात्मा, लेकिन अविद्या के अंदर जो जीवात्मा है उसको कोई भोग वांछा है क्या? उधर नहीं है, उधर नहीं आता है भैया। इधर का इस जीवात्मा का इच्छा नहीं होता है ऐसा, इधर होता है, इस माइंड में होता है। तो क्योंकि ये अविद्या से आवृत होकर अपने आप को माइंड समझ रहे हैं, उसका वांछा है ये, जीवात्मा का नहीं। इसीलिए आपको कौन कष्ट किए हैं कुछ, क्योंकि आप कष्ट तो करते हैं, कर्ता प्रकृति है, दंड भी माने सुख दुख तो मिलता है किसको? प्रकृति को ही मिलता है, वो भी प्रकृति का ही भाग है सुख दुख भी। तो अभी साइड में खड़े हो क्या, और हमको हम किए और हमको दुख लग रहा है, ये सब क्या है बात? ये अविद्या है, पागलपंती। करना चाहिए, सामने जाओ। माँ में वे प्रपद्यन्ते, सो शरणागति कौन हो सकता है? कौन शरणागत हो? शरणागति किसका सिम्टम है? हाँ। इसीलिए क्या चाहिए हम लोगों को? हो गया, हो गया ना। बस इतना ही है। थोड़ा श्रद्धा लाना है अभी। इसका सिम्टम है शरणागत। शरणागत जो हो गए उनको तो लिबरेटेड, इसीलिए उनको लिबरेटेड कहा जाता है। शुद्ध भक्त स्तर में जो भी है वो सबको लिबरेटेड, क्योंकि माया कुछ नहीं करते, वो उसका जो भी कर्म का फल मिलता है तो वो भी भगवान की अधीन में ही, उनकी कंट्रोल में मिलता है। वो इनसे डायरेक्ट कर्म कुछ नहीं करते। तो so that's why he is confused. Why Rahugana is confused? He is thinking that Vyavahara is also Satyam, and also think that Jivatma is also getting the pain. उधर और जड़ भरत बोल रहे जीवात्मा का कोई पेन नहीं है, थका नहीं है। इधर गड़बड़ हो रहा है अभी, रघुगण का भी क्लैरिटी नहीं आया। वो क्या सोच रहे हैं कि तो इस शरीर के पीछे रहने वाला जीवात्मा डोर है, इसके लिए उसको भी होता है, लेकिन डोर वो नहीं है। उसका क्लैरिफिकेशन नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में आएगा। उसमें नेक्स्ट चैप्टर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एक्चुअली, टीचिंग्स में शुद्धोपि विचिष्टे अविशुद्ध कर्तु आल्सो इज सेड इन द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर ओनली। वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फिलॉसफी, जीवात्मा and परमात्मा फिलॉसफी comes the foundation for Paramatma Sandarbha, that two slokas. So next 20 second. वाह टाइम चले जा रहा है। स्थाल्याग्नितापत् पयसोभिताप तत्तापतस्तण्डुल गर्भगन्धे देहेन्द्रियाश्वाशय सन्निकर्षात् तत्संश्रुते पुरुषस्यानुरोधात्। लॉजिक दे रहे हैं अपना सिद्धांत का, अपना मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग का। ये एक उदाहरण, he is giving an example for his misunderstanding. Rahūgaṇa, my dear sir, you have said that designations like bodily fatness and thinness are not characteristics of the soul. That is incorrect, because designations like pain and pleasure are certainly felt by soul. You may put a pot of milk and rice within fire, and the milk and rice are automatically heated and one after another. Similarly, due to bodily pains and pleasure, the senses, mind, soul are affected. The soul can't be completely detached from this conditioning. ये हम लोगों का लॉजिक। जो प्रकृति क्रियमाणानि नहीं तो अहंकार नेक्स्ट सो मयाध्यक्षेण सूयते, और कार्य कारण कर्तृत्वे, कार्य कारण कर्तृत्व, भोक्तृत्व नहीं, कार्य कारण कर्तृत्व प्रकृतिर हेतु रुच्यते। कार्य कारण और कर्ता, कर्ता कौन है उधर? कार्य कारण कर्ता के लिए भी कौन हेतु है? कार्य कारण कर्तृत्व प्रकृतिर हेतु रुच्यते। उस श्लोक में कर्ता का अर्थ क्या है? भगवद गीता। So see, so now we are seeing a pen. So what is karyam here? Pen is karyam. Okay. So karanam is what? Eyes. Eyes are karanam. Then who is the karta? Huh? Who is the karta? अरे परमात्मा तो प्रकृति क्यों बोलेंगे? कार्य कारण करते तो प्रकृति हेतु रुचते बोल रहे हैं ना। तो कर्ता कौन है? कार्य कारण कर्ता में प्रकृति ही हेतु है। तो मैंने कर्ता कौन है तब उधर? ऐसे इस कारण कृष्ण कैसा प्रभु? कार्य कारण कर्तृत्व प्रकृति हेतु, माने कार्य कारण और कर्ता के लिए कौन हेतु? प्रकृति। तो कर्ता परमात्मा ले सकते हैं क्या? कैसे लेंगे? माइंड भी इंद्रिय है, वो भी कारण है, अंतःकरण बोलते। कर्ता कहाँ बोलेंगे? बोलिए 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 बोलिए, कमान जल्दी। जीवात्मा प्रकृति है क्या? इंद्रिय अधिष्ठान देवता है। Eyes are operated by their adhisthana devatas. He is the karta. That is also coming from prakriti. So that means from satvika ahankar, what else coming? Mind and also indriya adhisthana devata. That means principles. Adhisthana devata principles are coming. That is the karta actually. That is also prakriti. So these instruments, the eyes are operated by whom? Their adhisthana devatas. So that means in this way, everything is done by whom? By the Prakriti only. Prakrite kriyamanani gunah karmani sarvasya. That means karya karana karta for everything. Who is cause? Prakriti. So prakriti हेतु रुच्यते, लेकिन जीवात्मा क्या सोचते हैं कि मैं कर रहा हूं। आप लोग इसीलिए 3rd कैंटो 7th चैप्टर दोबारा देखने, उसमें डिटेल्स रहता है ये सबका। विश्वनाथ कमेंट्री लेके चली तो इजी रहता है। So इधर भी ये क्या कर रहे हैं? तो कर्ता ये क्या सोच रहे हैं? ये जीवात्मा सोच रही है। तो जीवात्मा कर्ता होते तो तब अहंकार विमूढ़ आत्मा कर्ता हित मनित क्यों बोला गया? और कार्य कारण कर्तृत्व प्रकृति क्यों बोला गया? सो इसीलिए जीवात्मा नहीं है। वो बात जड़ भरत स्पष्ट और भी नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में और भी स्पष्ट से करेंगे। तो pot is getting logic is giving.
It can rise up to
Getting heated, that means Jivatma also getting heated, you see. But no, Jivatma is nayanam chindanti, nayanam dahati pav. Even fire or nothing, nothing is going to affect him. Only avidya avrita. That is why this false claiming is happening.
Somebody has not been able to remove cover of the vidya has not gone. But simply artificially they are saying I am not getting up.
This is what this intelligence they got. Now you can see in this diagram where it is. This knowledge is here now. Whatever you are learning the words and you are getting, and this knowledge is getting so strong, so that you are understanding that this whole scenario. But now what is happening? This intelligence is not sufficient actually. You need to have to overcome this avidya. This is the red one. You need to practice either Nishkama Karma Yoga, or otherwise, whatever you heard, you should practice it. Through the Nishkama Karma Yoga, that means you should really do the activities and think that I am not doing. Only body is doing. And how it can be? So when the result comes and it is painful, so you should tolerate. When while doing the pain is coming, still you should tolerate. Then in that reality, this will be separated. That kartrutvam is separated. This is the one way, or other way. Another way is the right side way. Right side way is, so we do this, and but who is doing, like how the consciousness of Bharata Maharaj. So seeing Krishna, everything behind this. This Prakriti is also energy of Krishna. And this Sakshat Ahamna Karta, who is Karta? Paramatma is making this happen. This Indriya Adhisthana Devatas are operated by Paramatma, who is sitting in the body, Paramatma, and he is controlling all the Adhisthana Devatas. And he is a doer, and he is running this Prakriti. Prakriti, that means Maya Adhyakshena Suyate Prakriti Sachara. So this is Prakriti and everything is operated by him, and that's why he is Sakshat Karta, not I am. This is the consciousness of a devotee.
But in this case also, the devotee tolerate.
Of course, because tolerate means he is leaving everything. Na?
Basically tolerate करते हैं किसी बात में जो
टॉलरेट नहीं कर रहे मैंने क्लेम कर रहे हैं बस actually nothing is happening. So this is practice. This is the practice what they should do before Drushat. Next. So he gave this example. So Jivatma is getting affected. Next. शास्त्या विगोप्ता नृपति प्रजानाम यः किंकरो वै न पिनष्टि पिष्टम स्वधर्माराधनमच्युतस्य यदि हमानो विजहात्यगौगम. We are at least now knowing, but we should practice. We are very, very far from reality. We are very, very far from real Krishna consciousness. So we have to work on ourselves a lot actually to get the desired success. My dear, first initially is right understanding, then after that actions, then after that, so result. So beginning step we are trying to understand. My dear sir, you have said that the relationship between the king and the subject or between the master and the servant are not eternal, but although such relationships are temporary, so he is giving good example. तो ये सब टेम्पररी बोले लेकिन हम तो राजा हैं. When a person takes the position of a king, his duty is to rule the citizens and punish those who are disobedient to the laws. By punishing them, he teaches the citizens to obey the laws of the state. Again, you have said that punishing a person who is deaf and dumb is like a chewing the chewed or grinding the pulp. That is to say, there is no benefit in it. However, if one is engaged in his own occupational duty as ordered by the Supreme Lord, his sinful activities are certainly diminished. Therefore, if one is engaged in the occupational duty by force, he benefits because he can vanquish all his sinful activities in that way. माने राजा भाव और नौकर भाव तो टेम्पररी है, लेकिन हम देख रहे राजा अपना ड्यूटी करने से अच्छा हो रहा है ना, तो पुण्य तो आ रहा है, पाप तो चले जा रहे हैं. आप इसको कैसा एकदम बेकार है करके रूल आउट कर रहे हैं, ये क्वेश्चन है. तो तब उसका क्या आंसर है आप लोग बोलिए.
In going back to the previous, set an example, but it's not pure devotion.
That means those who are not in the pure devotional platform, for them that is karmarpanam case, that is he is saying. So let him offer the karma. But actually that is not the success of the story. End of this, that is not the end of the story. That's the beginning of the story. And but who crossed that, they see that themselves as always servant of the Lord only, not with the king or not the no upadi, sarvopadi virmukta. So he is speaking the Jada Bharata is speaking about which platform? Jada Bharata speaking on this platform, and Rahūgaṇa is understanding in this platform actually. This is a difference actually between these two. This problem is coming here.
Yes.
Huh?
DS is missing.
DS is missing. Eligibility is forgetting actually.
In next chapter, DS will.
या तन्मे भवान नरदेव तन्मे भवान नरदेवाभिमानमदेन तुच्छीकृत सत्तमस्य कृपीष्ट मैत्री दृशमार्तबन्धो यथा तरे सदवध्यानः. Whenever whatever you have spoken appears to me to be contradictory. ठीक है. O best friend of the distressed, I have committed a great offense by insulting you. I was puffed up with false prestige due to possessing the body of a king. For this, I have certainly become an offender. Therefore, I pray that you kindly glance at me with your causeless mercy. If you do so, I can be relieved from sinful activities brought about by insulting you. So, but see, he is that's why he's in the goodness. those people who are in the goodness, they never reject the truth like blindly. But people who are in the passion and ignorance, till the time we now, but just hearing this much of the Jada Bharata, they could have fought with him. What is nonsense you are speaking? I don't know. But this is he has some, because of goodness, his intelligence is properly working. And he's expressing that he is not able to understand. He's not saying that I am true and you are false, he's not saying. That's a vada only is happening. Vitanda, or so he's not doing the what is it? Vada. Uh, Vitanda. Then after that, no, three now.
When something which is being spoken appears to be contradictory, even people in the mode of goodness will hesitate to surrender to that person's speech appears to be good. Still, if Mahārāja Rahūgaṇa is surrendering, that means he has something slightly above mode of goodness.
He heard the jnana, so it's not that completely he is in the simply mode of goodness. He heard the sadhus association he had actually before that. So that's why he had desire to go to sadhu's place, Kapila Bhagavan's place. So this is definitely he has the so sadhu's mercy. And he something beyond things, inconceivable things. So people are able to wait to know that means inconceivable things which are looking very illogical. That is the place there. It is indicating that they have krpa. Krpa will hold actually. So that's why new people also, some people they stick to you and they keep on hearing because they got krpa. Even sometimes you may give krpa, but they are not able to hold and stay because they have anarthas and that krpa is not functioning actually. That anarthas actually, sinful people they are. And also offenders. They did past offense so much. Then what? You need extra krpa actually. Then you can put him back. So that's that jivatma, if you expect it should do itself, it can't do anything. You have to give more kripa. So beyond things, still people are waiting and hearing to clarify, get clarified means there is a kripa is. Otherwise, no. Simple intelligence will reject that actually. That's why sadhu sangha is needed. And sadhu's mercy is needed to turn towards the Lord. That's why bhakti begins from sadhu's association, sadhu's kripa. And he is a Vaishnava Parada and he is feeling bad actually. Very good. That means he is having the mercy is understanding us. Navikriya Vishwa Suruswak Sakhasya Samyena Vita Vimate Stavapi Mahadvimana Sakrutabdhi Madram Nangshantyaduradhapi Shulapani. Oh, my dear Lord, you are the friend of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the friend of all living entities. You are therefore equal to everyone and you are free from the bodily conception. Although I have committed an offense by insulting you, I know that here is no loss or gain for you due to my insult. You are fixed in your determination, but I have committed an offense. Because of this, even though I may be as Lord Shiva, I shall be vanquished without delay due to my offenses at lotus feet of a Vaishnava. This is indicating he has
some previous
previous offenses and also good association. So, but I don't suffer because of your offenses. Yeah. What is the question of contradicting? Even though you are not disturbed, persons like me get destroyed. So even persons like Shiva are affected. Nascharyam yetad. This is a sloka actually from 4th and 4th chapter. It is not surprising that the materialistic claiming that gross body is the soul constantly criticize the devotee with envy and become deprived of their powers by dust on the. So the glory of that criticism is the result it gives. So Vaishnavas, they may not take the offense, but so Jada Bharata is not going to take any offense definitely of the Rahugana, but the dust particle on the lotus feet of the, like So who is saying? Sati is telling to his father, मूर्ख तुम तो कुछ भी नहीं पता है, तो केवल कर्म कांड करना आता है, तो शिव का पोजीशन क्या समझ रहे हैं करके वैष्णव का पोजीशन को एक्सप्लेन करती है, उस प्रसंग में आता है एक्चुअली। सो उस प्रसंग में अपराध वैष्णव नहीं लेते, लेकिन वैष्णव की चरण धूलि में जो है, हाँ, महापुरुष पाद पांसु भी, पाद पांसु मीन्स महापुरुष पाद पांसु मीन्स dust particles from the great devotees, they feel offended actually, and because of that your bhakti will be destroyed. इसीलिए ये तो अच्छा है, जड़ भरत जैसा अच्छा भक्त, इनको तो मैं कितना भी मजाक करो, कुछ भी करो, वो कुछ नहीं लेंगे, लेकिन उनका डस्ट पार्टिकल, उनके चरण कमलों पर जो डस्ट पार्टिकल वो तो ऑफेंस लेगा ही लेगा, इसीलिए हमारा भक्ति नष्ट हो जाएगा। इसीलिए हम लोग उनकी चरण कमल की जो डस्ट है उसको लेके सिर पर रखना ऑफेंड करेगा। आप लोग हमारे सिर पर रखो, हमारा गलती हो गया। ओके, Maharaj Rahūgaṇa was very intelligent and conscious of inauspicious effects arising, insulting a Vaishnava. He was therefore very anxious to be excused by Jada Bharat. Following the footsteps of Maharaj Rahūgaṇa, everyone should be very cautious not to commit an offense at the lotus feet of a Vaishnava. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur in Chaitanya Charitamrita says this: even if one is as strong as Lord Shiva who carries a trident in, one will nonetheless fall down from his spiritual position if he tries to insult a Vaishnava. Is a verdict of all scriptures. He also says in Chaitanya Bhagavat, one who blasphemes a Vaishnava can't be protected by anyone. And also understanding Vaishnava is also not easy. Even if a person is as strong as Lord Shiva, if he blasphemes a Vaishnava, he is sure to be destroyed. This is a verdict of all Shastras. That's why Bhakti is so delicate, and holy name is also very sensitive. So any offense towards the Vaishnavas will ruin the Bhakti actually. Ruin the Bhakti means they will not get any taste in chanting. So Vaishnava aparad is nama aparad. And then name will not give any taste even if you chant. Then in that way one will be away from the Bhakti. Till that time he will be getting the punishment. If they get mercy of the Vaishnava, and if we, because of that Vaishnava's mercy, so this offense may be reduced to some extent. So even that also, or otherwise, what will happen if he doesn't chant and if he doesn't repent, he will be taking the punishment for the many lives. So for Vaishnava Aparada, like the example is who is Daksha. Also one more, one Vena. So he offended. So all Vaishnavas, Vishnu. So many lives they will suffer. When the offense will not be over, then the effect of offense is reduced because of this punishment. Then in that case, so once again, if they come and contact the devotees, then they are able to pick up bhakti. Otherwise, so this offense will not allow him to get any taste. He has to suffer. So voluntarily suffer, or otherwise forcefully suffering. Voluntarily you should accept. If you do Vaishnava offense, you should take voluntarily suffering by asking what punishment you want to give. That's voluntarily suffering you should take and repent for that. Or otherwise, if you don't neglect, if you don't bother about that, then you will take the few lifetimes being in the various hellish planets and hellish conditions, and he will be getting the suffering. Like that. So in the various bodies, he'll be getting the various sufferings. Okay. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 5th canto, 10th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Discussion Between Jada Bharata and Mahārāja Rahūgaṇa. Srila Prabhupada ki, Samasta Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki, Nitaya Gaur Bhiman.